Well, it appears that we are live at the Apollo. Great day today. Had a lot of fun. Lots and lots of fun. Wait a couple minutes here. We'll get started. See what we got going. Do. Yeah, it's going to be doing a little cleaning as we shot quite a few boomsticks today. So it's time to make everything nice and clean. You guys need to say hi out there so I can say hi. Got Jason Lansing's out there. You got Robert Warren. Daniel, God is my judge. I am still home. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Got Lakeview Outdoors. How you guys doing today? Tonight, I guess. Unless you're in Hawaii. That's 6 hours difference from here. Could be, yeah, it's still daytime. Hopefully you guys are in Hawaii because that's the place I want to be. Actually, not really. Finally caught you live. Jack, it's about time you showed up live. I can actually say, how the heck are you? Matt, if you want a link, let me know, and I will do that for you. It'd be fun. I was, by the tip of this thing, you might be able to see that the old AK went out today and did some blasting. Had a little bit of fun. I know Matt's a big AK guy. He's converting over to being a big AR guy, but shot the AK today. It's not one of his favorite AKs, but it's the only one I have, and I wanted to rattle around, shoot that thing, and it was fun. So we got Les out there, Papa's Place. Lakeview says he wishes he was in Hawaii. It snowed like a SOB here today. Damn, where are you at? We had a nice day today. The day before, it actually snowed like an inch. And I was going, oh, here it comes. And we got pretty lucky and it was nice and hot. So any day is a good day when it's an AK day. But I'm going to say these two letters, and then you're going to hear Matt maybe complain, but it's an IO AK. Yes, IO, but it's made in America. The trigger's really nice, I got to say. But I've only shot one other AK besides this one. And they talk about the trunnions and good old buddy. I haven't seen him out there in years now, but Midwest Misfits. Good old boy. He's a huge AK guy, knows all the models and all that stuff. And we had talked about this years back when I got this thing. And I guess the trunnion, I don't know. I need Matt to jump on here and talk about this, but it's either the trunnion's made of something or the screws can come off or something. I'm not sure exactly. Utah, 15 inches. Yeah. Wow. That's a lot of snow. Rich, did you watch Matt's 1 hour and 49-minute? I did watch some of that. I didn't watch it all yet. That's 2 bags of popcorn and 4 sweet teas. So I only had 3 sweet teas and a half a bag of popcorn. Cast trunnions and bad rivets. Okay. So, Matt, if you want to join in, it's always good to have someone else talking about something. Or Daniel. Just put your guys' email. I think it's probably resistthetyranny@gmail.com, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, so the trunnion. I don't know. So far, the rivets are doing well, but I don't know what I'm looking for either. They're not they haven't popped off or anything, so I don't know exactly what I'm missing out on. But I'm just gonna run a claw through here, one patch, and hopefully Ouch. Come on. All right. So now we are good. So what did everybody do today? Anybody? I guess it's Monday. Most guys had to work. Who didn't work, skipped work, and went shooting today? Anybody? 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 I got to shoot today. Let me see if I can say this right. It was an FN Mp5, but it was the SD version, which I don't know what SD is, but it's the suppressed version. I'm not able to get on, but the trunnions being cast means they are brittle and can and has broken. Yours may not. We shall see. I don't shoot this thing much. I think the last time I shot this was a few years ago, probably at least 2 years ago. So it does not have many rounds through it yet. The one thing I don't like about it, I guess I can't show the way this stock is. It's I think it's set up a little bit different than most AKs, but the end of the stock where it kind of comes down hits you in the face a little bit more than normal. And the recoil on this thing compared to the one I shot, and actually I had X-Ring shoot it as well today. He said it kicks more than the ones that he's normally shot. So I don't know. I got one. It's not the greatest one, but it's got cool like gray wood stock to it, furniture. So that's the reason why I bought it. That, and it was because it was made in the USA. But I know there's better, cooler stuff out there. But someday, actually, I don't. I wouldn't even say someday. That's probably the only AK I'll ever own. So it is what it is. But I did do some load data testing today. Did I put that video out or the other one? Yeah, I put the load data testing out today. There was a good load. I got a good load set up. It was 34.5 grains of IMR 4064 with a 55 grain full metal jacket. I got a nice tight group. That was only at 25 yards. But the reason I did that is because I haven't shot that rifle in a while. So I didn't even know, with all the bumping around and stuff in the closet, I did not know if that thing would even hit paper. But actually it did well. It did well. What is a big one, Daniel? Yeah, see, Matt says it uses a weird stock too. Most people just have had bad luck with them. Since you don't shoot it often, you'll probably be fine. Yeah, and that's the thing. I probably only put like 300 rounds through it, maybe 400 rounds since I've owned it. So it's not like I went through three mags today. So we're looking at 90 rounds. So yeah, it's not my official go-to gun, but I got an ARs for that I use. Let's see. I pulled deer stand and blinds. What's he got go? Oh, this is what he did today, and found a deer buck beside my wife's blind. Oh, a dead buck. That was the one you hit that you couldn't find. I'm just kidding. Lakeview says he's seen the outdoor my 22-250 video with 35 grains. Yeah, actually that's what it was. 35 grains. I started off with 34 and a half, and the 35 was the tightest group. He remembered better than I did. Yeah, Matt's got a ton of rounds through his 30,000 rounds through his GP75 AK, and it's still rocking. What's up, Robert Warren? Shooting a 380 out of your shooting a 380 out of your 22-250 with a 55 grain or a 53 grain. No, it's a 55. It's a 55 grain projectile. It's these ones right here, matter of fact. So I bought a bunch of this when I was reloading 223. Not that I'm not reloading 223, but now I'm only loading like real ammo, meaning more accurate, precise, long range stuff, 69 grain, 75 grain, that kind of stuff. I was trying to figure out something to do with these 55 grains. And the 22-250 is a fun little screaming bullet. Comes out of there hauling ass. I don't remember what the data is offhand, but it's a good round for shooting squirrels and stuff like that, or prairie dogs. Let me get rid of this thing. I always forget I got to unhit the button. Let's see. PC Bullet Empire's in the house. And let's see. Yeah, so I am shooting a 55 grain full metal jacket with 35 grains of IMR. I can't keep track of all my numbers. 4064. So this stuff here. And another reason why I loaded up that stuff is because I haven't really used this powder. I have a whole pound of it, and I'm like, I need to figure out something to use. And I was going through my old brass, and I'm like, oh, look, some 22-250 rounds. And looked in my books, and it showed an IMR 4064. I'm like, oh, well, I'm bored. Might as well make something. And performed pretty well today. So it was cool. PC Bullet. Yeah, the load data from that 22-250. See, I bought this gun off my good buddy's dad about 20-something years ago, and it came with all the barrels. I don't know if you saw that video, but it's been sitting forever. I haven't done anything with it, but when I did shoot it years ago, the 22-250, this thing, he had loaded up some rounds that were smoking hot, and they were like really tight group with them. So I talked to him yesterday, and I wrote down all the data for it. But the problem is I do not have a 53 grain, and that's what it was. And I think that's why his question says 53 grain Sierra, because that's what it is. Oh, here it is. But the smoking round for that, where the hell is it? Okay, I lie. Where's it at? It's on a piece of cardboard like this, I thought. Well, I don't know. Somewhere in this mess. It's a little messy over here. But it is a 53 grain Sierra. It's a match bullet. But I don't have any of those. Man, I'm curious now. Where the heck is it? I did get my free mag from Tika. So when you buy the Tika, it comes with a piece of paper that says you can turn this thing in for one free mag. So this is like $90-something for one mag. I was like, holy crap. So I made sure to get it in. A lot of times I'm kind of slack on that stuff, and then it'll be like, oh, you're too late or whatever kind of deal. But free mag, and it's like $90. I made sure I sent it in. Where the hell is it? I know it's on a piece of that cardboard that I just showed you. Maybe it's on a computer. Nope. Sorry for the shaking earthquake, but now I'm very really wondering now where the heck it is. I don't know. I'll find it, I guess. See, that's the problem with writing stuff on just pieces of paper, is they end up disappearing. Thin blue, air. Oh, well. But yeah, the round was really good. So I can't even tell you what powder it was, because I know it was a Hodgdon powder. But that really sucks. That's going to drive me nuts. I don't know where it's at. Hitting Steel, California, out of Riverside County. Hitting Steel, California. Got Joaquin Jack Nava's in the house. X-Ring's in the house. So had fun with X-Ring today. We shot today. And that's telling you a little bit about that full auto. We did a really cool test, and I don't want to give it away. It's going to be on X-Ring's channel. But we did some testing with 45 and 9. And you'd be surprised at the results of this. It basically went back to, they were saying, I don't know who was saying, because I was like, I don't know about that. They're saying the 45 is much safer to use in the house because it's less penetration into the walls and less penetration this and that than a 9mm. Well, you're going to have to see the video, but we shot it through some stuff. We shot it through ballistic gel. It's going to be a really cool video. I sent you an email there, Mr. X-Ring, if you want to show up. Rabbi Jesus is showing up. How you doing? Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Goop stuff on the walls and mozzarella sticks. Dun, dun, dun. You should buy a notebook. Jack Miller. Now, this is where you guys come in to help out, because sometimes I bought a notebook. You know what? I bought a sniper's logbook from somewhere. Shooters and I don't know where it was. Guess how much? Let's see who can guess. Oh, there's Ray right there. Guess how much it cost.
What's up, gentlemen?
No, you can't say the answer either. Guess how much a sniper's logbook costs and a Cordura, is that what you call it? A canvas cover for the book. Let's see who gets the closest. And you're going to be amazed at what the answer is. Dun, dun, dun. The crazy sportsman's out there.
I'm not going to say anything. It was expensive.
Oh, okay. We got 125. So lower than 125. Pistol Pete, how you doing, buddy? Says $48. You need to go way up. And Rabbi Jesus says $1. You got to go way above that.
I can't read the chats when I'm on the stream.
Oh, Joaquin Jack Nava. Okay, we got $90. All right, I'll give it away. It was $95. $95 for a book and a cover. That was a whole lot of money. We got some cool stuff in there, but I'm still waiting on it. I ordered it like 3 days ago, and it just shows. I got an email today saying they just basically processed it. So you can't read the comments, huh? Are you on your phone?
No. If I go to the comments, I can't see the video, and I lose the audio, so it's messing me up.
It is rainproof. It's that rainproof paper, so that's cool. They have notebooks at Dollar Tree. Yes, they do. All right. So Jack says, is it rainproof? Yes. And they have notebooks at Dollar Tree. Did that one already. How you be? How has the Scotsman been? What you doing over there? You moving all around. You got an earthquake in North Kakalaki?
I got a box. So for all you live viewers, be able
Did
to
my
see
box go to your house?
Yeah, no. This
What'd
is pretty cool. I've been waiting on this from the guys. Let's see.
Uh-oh. You're going to see it live here.
Yeah, because I'll be reviewing it soon. I don't want to give it away. Let's see here.
Let's shoot it tomorrow.
Tell me what that is.
I can tell you what that is.
Okay. Well, how about...
Wait. Stop.
Wait.
Show it again. Just those things.
Okay,
see if
ready?
anybody gets it. No, you're blowing it. Those are the extensions.
Now you see it. Now you don't.
Hidden Steel says he's getting drunk on that sweet tea.
Diet
Yep.
Coke.
Diet Coke and sweet tea.
Ready?
Oh, damn it.
Dun.
That's going to look nice on my rifle.
Yeah, not happening.
Come on,
All right, so I was
boy.
out with the guys at Thunder Beast about 2 years ago when they were developing those, and I had a chance to play around with them then. And I've always just used the Atlas bipods. I mean, I've been a huge fan of those, and I finally talked to Zach, and I was like, "Hey, man, send me one of the bipods. I can try it out." He said, "No problem." So just got it. So I can't wait to do a review. I'm hoping to run that on in the Bushnell Elite Sniper match. They're a little bigger than the Atlas, but I really like those extensions.
I want to know how it releases. Is it like an Atlas release or is it different?
Well, I'd have to open it out of the box. I'm not going to do that right now, but it's different and it's a little faster than the Atlas, in my opinion.
It's a little faster than the Atlas.
It's a little faster.
It's a wee bit faster.
Remember, I can't read the chats now, or the comments.
Okay, you got one saying, let's see, X-Ring sucks at shooting long range. You got another one says,
you're a dick.
He hasn't. He's got a stupid hat on. It's not a toboggan. Let's see. It's
hey,
what?
tell him what. No,
First, we got to tell him what I said.
okay.
All right. So you got a toboggan nearby? All right. So a beanie. Okay, a beanie for cold weather. You put it over your thing. It's a knitted hat, right? So Ray, we're doing this video. He says, grab your toboggan. And I'm like, what the heck do we need a toboggan for? I think of a toboggan as a square thing. And no, he's all, no, a hat. He's all snow hat or whatever, toboggan. So anyways, back and forth, we argued on what a toboggan really was and blah, blah, blah. But so today I asked my son, he's 17. He's been here 5 years now. So he's becoming a Southerner, I guess. And I go, hey, do you know what a toboggan is?
No.
I had my hat on. I go, what do you call this thing? And he's all toboggan, like that instantly. I was like, holy crap! All right, it's a toboggan. So that's how that story ended. Y'all, Adamus. I don't know how to say that. How do you say this name right here?
Well, I can't see it.
You should see it on the screen.
No, I see nothing on the screen. The only thing I see is you're in the show.
Yo in the show. Yo in the show.
If I hit chat, now I can't see anybody at all.
Yeah, but you can't see anybody anyway. All you see is me. It don't matter.
It says wear feet grip surfaces. Yeah. Toboggan hat. Called it toboggan. Oh, Major Winchester on MASH called it a toboggan.
Yes, he did. Jack Miller. Oh, on MASH called it a toboggan also. Huh. All right. See, Tread. I know Tread's he's from California, I believe. He calls it a sled. A toboggan is a sled, question mark. I don't know. So I just got done cleaning the AK.
You can keep that thing.
Yeah, Ray did not like that thing. It smacked him around. Smacked some Asian right out of him.
Okay, so this had a stock unlike any other AK machine guns or anything else I've ever shot. I shot the first round. It popped me in the cheek here, and I was like, that's not fun to shoot. So I continued to shoot it. But you guys, I don't know if you can see it where it's at, but the placement of that. And I asked Rick, I said, is that not smart? And he said, yeah, it hits me.
Yeah.
That thing recoils. The geometry or something is a little off on that. It doesn't shoot like an AK. But it is made in the USA, so there you go.
Back in the USS. Back in the USSA. Yeah. Tread only visited the commune state once, decided. Oh, okay, I was wrong. I was thinking he was he's only been to California once. That was plenty enough.
I appreciate the clarity there, Mr. Crazy Scotsman. I went over to the comments.
Here, let me put that up.
Man, this freaking wind chime is driving me crazy. Give me a second.
I know. Smack that thing around a little bit. Huh?
No, I need to lock it in up position. It's windy here.
In the up position. I got to lock my thing in the up position. Damn. Bang, bang. All right. You're muted. You're muted. All right. Hopefully you guys aren't wearing a headset. Yeah.
They don't know the story about the wind chime. When I bought this place, there was an old doctor that lived here, and he took oxygen bottles and he cut them and made a set of wind chimes. And I couldn't bring myself. He actually died, and couldn't bring myself to take his wind chimes down. And so anytime they make the noise, we say Frank's talking to us.
Yeah, the goat.
They never stop ringing. They ring when it's still out.
That's because his ghost is freaking smacking that thing around. No, Tread's from South Kakalaki.
I hear you.
How's the ghillie suit going? You finished pads? No, I have not done anything with that thing. One day, it's got to snow. If it starts snowing, I'll have something to do. And that's like after I've completed everything that I could possibly come up with before doing that. TB's in the house. TB, North Carolina. We got a lot of North Carolinas, and we got a lot of Carolinians in here. Yeah, until Nancy showed up. Yep, I have earbuds, and see, 69 blowing his eardrums out from your wind chime.
Hey, I turned them off.
Let's see. I used to make my own wind chimes when I was a child. Very nice. What are you doing tomorrow? Doing any shooting tomorrow?
Yeah, I got to take care of some stuff at the office in the morning, and I should be done by about noon, I would think.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. We don't have time to go to VOD, huh?
Probably make that happen.
Be kind of fun to stretch it out again.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see if we can't make that happen. I'll see if I can't get out of there a little earlier. I just have one or two things I got to take care of.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah, only thing I got to do is pick up the daughter at 7:30 for volleyball.
Got you later, Scotsman.
Bye, Scotsman. Oh, yeah, he's got that weird shit when he's working late.
Yeah, I've actually got to do some video stuff for work tomorrow, so.
Nice.
Yeah, I would include you, but it's a super secret thing that we're not allowed to talk about.
It's all good. It's all good. Those things I didn't see the other day?
Yes, exactly.
The
How
box
do you train for moving targets? Okay,
What?
so, hey, Mr. Adamas has a great question. He says, how do you train for moving targets? Need a little more clarification for that. Are you talking about moving targets for precision long-range shots, or are you talking about moving targets for, like, pistol? Let's see what he says.
Oh, you got Daniel saying the toolkit video you did with Coda, you liked it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I do. I've got to put a video out myself on that. It needs some clarification. But basically, the way we've kind of got it worked out is basically I'll give up my 7.5% sales commission and pass it on to you guys. But in order for that to happen, when I do the video, you have to email me your name and zip code. That way, when the purchase goes through, it'll give you that 7.5% off, because the owner, Boris, will not do any discounts or anything else to anyone. Okay, so he said both, but I meant long range mostly is what he was saying. So on pistol, I have to get a move, and I train with those quite a bit. Those are more in a training capacity where we've got them set up on movers. You can make one in your yard if you want. As far as long range, it's difficult unless you're going to some place like, Academy, Blackwater, someplace like that and shooting. It's hard to make a moving target. You can do it. I shoot at them a lot, and there's usually a lot of movers at some of these military sniper competitions, and it's learning the lead on it. It takes a while. I mean, that's kind of what separates everybody, is because how much time you had to actually shoot movers. And people are really surprised when they first start doing it, how much you actually have to lead a target. How many mils. I mean, even someone moving at like 4 miles an hour at 100 yards, you would be amazed how far you have to lead that target.
It's a lot. We played on the Straylock with that, and you're like, dang.
Yeah, well, I was telling Rick about it because Rick asked me the same question, and I know it from previous things that you don't aim right at it, even if you're tracking it. I mean, you can do an intercept, but you still got to lead it for that that intercept. If you're going to track it, it might be a little easier, but the further you get, the harder it gets. The funniest thing is,
did you say 3 miles an hour?
About 4 miles an hour.
Okay, I'll show them right now.
4 miles an hour is a fast pace for that's just
a
good fast walking pace.
Let me change the distance real quick. Close. Is that 100 yards?
Yep.
Reticle.
We'll have the guys guess in mils how much they need to lead the target at 100 yards, shooting like a 308 or 6.5 Creedmoor.
Here we go. This is a 6.5 Creedmoor. So at 100 yards, shooting a target at 4 miles an hour. Look how far off that is.
Yep, that should be about 2 point something mils, I think. I don't know.
You
I
need
can't see
to
your
aim
screen.
right here.
Well, what does your screen say? How many mils?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's 2 point something mils. But you got to know how fast the person's walking. And, we would train anywhere from 4 to about 13 miles an hour. And that's at 100 yards. And when you start getting to 200 and 300.
You want to see what 400 is?
Okay, so this is the thing.
Let me show you something.
Oh, we got a video coming for you guys. Just remember that voice Rick just made. So I had the pleasure. I don't watch movies that often, but when I was going out to SHOT Show, I had the opportunity to watch Gemini Man, and in the opening scene, he's shooting at a train. Basically, that is an impossible shot.
I saw that.
No one can pull that off.
Is that's right before it goes into the tunnel?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
I haven't shot very much, and I know that's.
Yeah, that no one can make that shot.
The freaking train was going like 70 miles an hour. If you put 70 miles an hour in, you have to shoot Wednesday in order to hit.
Yeah, but the distance was also like insane that he was shooting from what I could remember. I mean, I think it was like, 2 miles away or something. I can't remember what they said in the movie, but I was like, yeah, that's not happening ever.
Let me get this one down. TV wants to figure out a schedule so we can go to Clinton House. I need to go. They're coming up. When's that mile shoot coming up? It's
the 16th. The 16th.
The 16th. I don't even know if I'm in town.
Yeah,
but I want to shoot that. Bailey, what's up, Bailey? Bailey. Dogs are smelling my legs today, going, Bailey. That's Bailey. That's Bailey.
Yeah, I'll agree. It was a badass movie. I liked the movie, but the opening scene was a little far fetched.
Eagle Eye's out there. What's up, Eagle Eye? Let's see, Collins Prepper.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, Collins Prepper. I got the flag up, buddy. I finally put it up since you've been retired enough. Where the hell? There we go. See it right there? That flag. I don't know if I can say it. I think I can say it. I'll just not say it. It was flown somewhere very far from here. I don't know. I don't want to get him in trouble either. It was flown at an embassy in somewhere. How's that? Is that close enough? Somewhere far, far away. So that's pretty cool. That flag right there was flown somewhere far, far away. Hey, Eagle Eye, you want to link to this thing? Put your email in there. I want to hear some 308. We got to get Matt Resist Tyranny. He loves the 308. And I was telling him the other day on a chat, on Rich's chat, about how much I love the 6.5 Creedmoor. And he was like, blah, blah, blah. So we were having fun back and forth. Kabul, that's it, Kabul. I guess we can say it. That flag was flown in Kabul. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much for that. I finally took it out of the box. It's got a certificate and everything that says my name on it and where it was flown and all this cool stuff. So that was cool. All right, let's do this. I'm going to why you got so many damn dots in there, folks? Let me get this, see if I can highlight it from there, and of course I can't.
Oh, TBS, it's a good question. He wanted to know how many miles from Charlotte to where I'm going to be holding the classes. I think it's about an hour. I can't tell you the miles, but I think it's about an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, it's like you're headed towards Black Mountain, but you'll reach it before you get to Black Mountain. It depends. If you're on the north end of Charlotte near Lake Norman, it won't take you that long. But if you're on the other end, let's say towards Pomble Matthews and all that, yeah, it might take you a little while. So hopefully you got that.
All right, Eagle Eye, I'm sending you an email in 2 seconds. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Hey, Ray, can you read that off to me? Because I can't see it. I got too many screens up. Is it Eagle?
Read what off?
The Eagle Eye's email.
Hold on. Give me just a second.
All right.
Was it the one about the Arkin?
It just no, it's just an email.
It's eagle.i.shoot.
Wait, capital I?
Capital E, A-G-L-E.
Wait, hold on. E-A-G-L-E. Okay.
Dot I.
E-Y-E or the letter I?
E-Y-E. He goes by Eagle Eye.
I'm just trying to go off what you're saying. Eagle Eye dot
S-H-O-O-T.
Okay.
He's got the number 3R.
3R.
I don't see at gmail.com. So I'm assuming it's either shoot3@gmail.com or it's shoot3r at gmail.com.
Well, it's supposed to be an E, like shooter, Eagle Eye Shooter, but it's the 3. Okay, I'll try gmail.com. At gmail.com. Of course, this is probably not going to be that. But.
All right, so favorite DMR scope. You know what? I'm going to answer that because I have a feeling.
I got a feeling
that the Loophole Mark 6, the 1-6, that is an unbelievable scope for everything from quick ranging. They do the 18-inch wide shoulders for range estimation. They also do a 12-inch bracket on there for head, unless you know where that's at, because there's not a lot of information on that reticle unless you dig for it. But they do a 12-inch head ranging, and then basically all the way out. And then, it was spot on for the Mark 8 might be a step up, but you're not talking about an inexpensive optic either. Dang it, I keep losing the comments. I keep losing everything.
Favorite DMR scope. There he is. What's up?
I'm not worthy.
Yeah,
I'm amongst the best shooters
trying
right now.
There we go. Now we're all even, I think.
What's up, Ken?
Awesome. What's up, fellas? Good to see you again.
What's happening?
Likewise.
You got a mile shoot coming up, I heard.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be awesome.
That's which one is that, Ray? The ultimate?
No, he's talking about the 1 mile shoot that you were asking about at Clinton House, because you haven't done that yet. You have never.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I don't know if you have enough adjustment in your setup, man. You're going to be.
We got 20 MOA plus whatever I can pull off out of that scope.
I know, but it didn't take
Little
much
Kentucky
to do it.
windage.
I don't know what's going on with that.
What are you running?
Well,
he's going
Go
and a
ahead.
half to 27. I'm running a 20 MOA scope mount with a 4.5 to 27 HD, the Vortex.
Yeah, the problem is, Ken,
Right,
I know he's going to be able to dial up and have to hold in the reticle, but from where he was able to zero on paper, even with his 20 MOA base, we could not get but about 1 revolution on the turret. And that concerns me because I think I can get more than that on mine before I have to hold in the reticle at a mile. Because I'm at about, with my AI, I'm about 25 mils, 24 some change.
I should be able to get 18 mils out of that scope.
You're going to probably need around 24. You know what I really recommend, a lot of folks that are getting the Vortexes and only have like maybe 16, 18 mils, is the Burris XTR signature rings that have that adjustable canting, little inserts. Now those are pretty affordable. $100 good scope rings. They're pretty solid. You don't really need to lap them, and you could go up to another 40 MOA if you wanted to.
So does the scope rings do elevation and windage?
Yeah, they're not adjustable. They have like these centering. Yeah, they got these centering little inserts. There's a +5 to like a +10, and you can set it up to where you have like 40 MOA.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll be fine because it'll show on the third rotation. It comes out twice, so that should be almost 30. That should be almost 30 MOA just in the scope.
Right. Well, you always give it a shot. I mean,
what's that? You're breaking up. I guess we'll just have to find out.
That's it.
We'll just do the old. Send it off like a.
You just start superimposing the target.
Firecrackers, What are those firecrackers called? They shoot out of your hand. Power rocket. Let's do that.
Yeah.
The Arkin EP4 has 32 mils of agilcimento.
Hey, Rick, on that.
Yes, sir. You're breaking up, Mr.
On that, from where you're at right now.
What?
If I'm not mistaken, when we tried to do that, you could only dial 10 mils in that scope.
Yeah, but one rotation's 9.
Yeah, you're going to need 24 to 26 mils at a mile, dude.
So I need 40 something because of the 20 MOA of the scope mount?
No, it's just where it was centered up on your optic. It's not, I think you've eaten up a lot of your travel somewhere, and you said it had a 20 MOA on it, but that doesn't sound right to me, because every 20 MOA scope, MPAs, AIs, any of those, 20 minutes will usually get you maxed out, and you have to hold about 3 or 4 mils in the reticle.
Yeah, he's right. Because the SWFA, I was rocking out an SWFA with a 6.5 Creedmoor at 1 mile. I was maxed out, and that scope has 110 minutes of angle.
Yeah, he won't listen to me, Ken. I'm glad you're on here.
But whoever recommended that EP4 scope, not just because I'm selling them, but they're freaking amazing scopes. Like, they have a lot of adjustment. I've been taking out my 308 to 2,200 yards with this.
Nice.
So that's a 308 cartridge at 2,200 yards. It's capable of doing it. So,
yeah, you're doing some impressive stuff with that 308. I tell you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, just seeing what else I can do, push limits, but yeah, it's still a good cartridge. It doesn't burn a barrel out like the Creedmoor.
Yeah, you'll definitely get at least twice the life.
Right.
I don't know. We've been getting, I don't know, you get 2,500 before it starts dropping off a little.
Yeah. I think it was just the high pressure charge I've been running. I'm running really hot, and I did a couple PRS matches, so I really got those barrels hot.
Hey, you didn't shoot the TR that it wasn't TRD, but it was the one they just had out, and it was the week before SHOT Show. You didn't shoot that one, did you?
What, the PRC, the 6.5 PRC?
No, it was a match. It was a big match they just held out there. It was the week before SHOT Show.
I know what you're talking about. No, I wasn't invited. I didn't go there either.
Gotcha.
That's the one Jeremy went to, right?
Yeah, he went out with an 18-inch barreled 308. It was his first PRS match ever, and I said, "You're going to get your butt handed to you." And he was like, "I'm getting me a 6.5 when I get back." I said, "Look, the 308 will do it, but you already got 1 foot in the hole with that 18-inch barrel." And I mean, no chassis system, just a stock. And I was like, "Dude," I said, "I've seen you shoot. You're a good shooter." I said, "But you're getting ready to get in a world you don't know anything about."
Yeah, over here in Arizona, a lot of the PRS matches are running 6 mil creep bores.
Yep, he said he saw that more than anything else.
Mm-hmm. Flatter projectile, you don't really have to dial up. You can just do holdovers. A lot of the guys just do 1 or 2 mil holdovers.
Yeah. Barrel burners.
Right. Yeah, they're sponsored.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, those guys don't care. Yeah, I got 12 on. Time to put a new one on.
Yeah, I got a video.
Anything yet, Daniel.
I like TB's comment. He said, "I got to take you back to scope school."
Yeah, I'm always at school. It's good. I like to learn.
We both learned today. I had a good time with that test. I've already got it edited. It's ready to go, but I'm not going to post it for another couple of days.
Yeah, I got 2 downloaded. I sent one out already, but
yeah, I sent that CMMG Banshee out.
Yeah, I saw that one. What's the bullet flight time at a mile? 7 seconds? No.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell you instantly, but I'm scared I'll lose the feed, so I'm not gonna try to flip over to my other screen that's got it.
Yeah, I got Sterling on
my phone.
Yeah, well, y'all look it up because I'll lose it.
Right. Yeah, I think it's like close to 6 seconds. Like I believe 5.8 from. Yeah, it's pretty close to 6.
What is it? How many yards is that? 24.
1760.
1760.
Or something like that. 1760, 1720, 1760.
Calculate.
Yeah, that's cool like that. So you guys are using that too, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm actually going to use that as kind of the basis for the long range school because everybody can get it pretty cheap. Not everybody's going to have, a Kestrel 5700 or anything. And I've got it integrated where I can project it on the screen and we'll go over most of the functions so that they'll have a good understanding of how to set up everything and use it out on the course. But we'll print them their data sheets with corrected velocities and all that, unless they want to go through and correct the BCs, which is a little better.
Yeah, I was going to say, I verified 1,000 yards, and it seems to be dead on from there.
Yeah.
There's that little weird window, like it's 600 yards, though.
Yeah. Well, this range that I'm teaching the class at, Ken, we can only go out to 700, but it's a nice, quiet place to teach. So it's covered. So even if you get rain, it doesn't matter. No one gets wet. The classroom's nice. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a welcome change. Some of these other places we didn't have covered shooting, and guarantee it's going to rain.
Yeah, I'd love to come out there, man, and really go with you guys on some of those matches. You guys got a beautiful place to shoot.
No, thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this burst. This Bushnell sniper. That's coming in 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. I think we do 30 miles over 3 days. It's a ruck match, and we'll see how it goes. I got a new partner that I have not been able to shoot with but once, and he never even shot long range until a month and a half ago.
It's all right, though. I taught him everything I know.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm just kidding. Everybody relax. Take it easy. Hisa is out there. Redbird 491. Mario Mosen.
Mario.
Mosen.
Hey.
Or better known as AKA Battle Bean. Dun,
Battle
dun,
Bean.
dun.
Behind enemy lines, putting it down.
That's right. Fighting the good fight.
Yes, he is.
The Texas Outlaws out there.
Right? All the
Very
legal
cool.
felons.
That's right.
TB says, how many days is the class? It is just a one-day class. It is a full day. Starting at 8, we'll be in the classroom till about 11. We'll break for lunch, and then we'll be on the range the rest of the day.
After you run a few classes, you need to do one for all the YouTubers. They still got to pay and all, but it'd be kind of cool as a get together afterwards.
Do you know how hard it would be to get that many YouTubers together?
12 people? Come on.
Yeah, we're really wanting to cap it at 10, though. 12 is doable, but 10's better.
You give me at least a month to prep, and I could get time off, and I could fly down there. Not a biggie.
What am I going to teach you?
Well, there's always something to learn. A wise person told me.
That's true. That is true.
Anybody.
Keeping an open mind. Yep, that's a fact.
Right?
Yeah, you're probably the only guy out there pushing 2,000 yards with a 308, though, right? One of the few.
It's in YouTube. I don't know. There's probably a bunch of folks. I don't know. I only watch a certain handful of channels.
Yeah, Jack Miller is excited about the one class you guys are going to teach in
how many good long-range channels are there, though?
I mean,
I haven't found one yet.
Yeah, West Desert Shooter's a really good one. He's just an awesome person. If you ever
I'm
meet
just
him.
kidding.
Yeah, Jack asked the question. We are definitely going to do 2, according to KB, because he's already checked with the range on getting those secured and all that done. 6-dasher, Lakeview Outdoors, absolutely right. That's a great cartridge, another barrel burner, but 6-dasher's great. But if they're not shooting 6-dasher, they'll be 6mm Creedmoor.
You know, I got a reamer and 6mm GT, and I'm hearing mixed thoughts about it. Folks are saying it's not worth it. You got to push it hard. Just stick with a 6-dasher or 6BR. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I've never messed with the GT. I've read about it. A lot of the guys around here swear by that 6.5 comp match. Have you heard anything about that?
I've heard about it. I never seen it. Never.
Yeah, I've had a chance to shoot them and play with them, and they're talking about like crazy barrel life out of it and all that. But I don't believe it's going to be slick enough. It needs to be like a 6mm diameter to really get her done.
Okay.
But you got to remember, I'm also not a PRS guy either.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm looking to build a PRS rifle. I'm probably going to stick with the 6 Creedmoor just because it's ammo's cheap to find. The Hornady ammo seems to work pretty good. I'm going to build it as like maybe a 16-inch barrel, then run it with a suppressor.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. He said I'm a good long range channel. I appreciate it. I try to put it out there as much as I can. And then the class cost in Pennsylvania, I'm not sure. That's really going to be dependent upon. I know in North Carolina it's $300. It's $299, but Pennsylvania might be more just because of the cost of the range for the day.
Okay.
It'll be a good class though for you guys.
All right, we'll see you, Joaquin. Take care.
Armament and Axes is out there.
Hey, being good people.
We should do a long range drive-by. Oh, my goodness, with Cholo Games. That is so funny because of what we did today. You have no idea.
Oh, you know what, Rick? Rick and you guys really reminded me. There's this little thing that we found on Range Day. it's a system where you could actually challenge other folks across the world in a F-class match. It actually will show each other's targets. So if you wanted to, I'll get the name of it. I can't think of the top of my name, but it's not too expensive. It's a totally just kind of like
What is it?
It's a target a shot analyzer that will share each other's results live, like when you're shooting, and you'll be able to actually compete with each other around the world in an F-class match.
Doesn't the Mantis do that?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called, the Mantis or something similar like that.
That's it right here, the Mantis. You can compete against your buddies.
Okay.
The 10X. Problem is you got to have the damn thing in order for it to work. But this thing's pretty cool. It goes on your pistol or your rifle.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's a shot analysis basically. But you can do different drills with it. Mag changes, stuff like that, draws. It registers all that stuff.
Now, TB asked a question, but it's really not a fair question. He said, what's the best rifle made to shoot the mile other than 308 caliber? Well, 308 will do it. It just takes the right shooter or somebody like Ken. 6.5 does it. 224 Valkyrie will do it. There's a lot of guys that show up with 224 Valkyrie that actually hit it in a bolt gun, not in a gas gun. But, and I don't want to go into these bigger calibers. People are going to say 338 LePou and all that. Yeah, is it going to be easier? Oh, heck yeah, it will be, or even 300 Win Mag. But, if you want a rifle that can shoot it and shoot it all day, 6.5 with the right shooter's good. 308's good. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'd say, with those calibers like 6.5 Creedmoor, 308, there's a certain amount of skill and there's a X amount of luck as well. But a lot of it is really effective with the wind. And like you're saying, we can step up to those big 338 LePous or those bagging cartridges and get out there.
Yeah.
Well, the main thing of shooting miles is not just to get out there, but to do it efficiently. And what can you do with the cartridge you have, there's cartridges out there that run really well in subsonic zone. You set up your hand loads with the proper bullet, it will pierce through that transonic zone with no effect at all.
Yeah.
And that's the really cool thing about some of the new bullets that we have today.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you could be like Ray and shoot iron sight 303 British at 700 yards and hit it twice in a row. And I tried a few times, couldn't hit the damn thing. I couldn't even hit it.
Well,
I swear that thing was as big as a speck of grain. It was 10 times bigger than the front sight. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then this beehole right here, shot it twice.
I think the record for 6.5
Jeremy asked me that.
Sorry about that.
Jeremy had a lot of questions about that as well. I told Jeremy, and I haven't really talked to you. I grew up doing long, high power rifle. This is before the days they allowed 4-power scopes. And I went all the way up to High Master, was going to try to go ahead and go distinguished, but I told Jeremy, I said I was done with it because it was no longer fun for me. It literally, you would have to drive hours to get to a match. You get out there first thing in the morning. You're either going to shoot right off or you're going to be in the butts pulling targets all day. And, basically 3 days for an afternoon of shooting. And it just lost its fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, iron sights is where it's at. I love iron sights.
Wow, that's a huge challenge, and it's awesome. It's fun. Taking the SKS out long range. It's like, I have fun with that rifle all the time. Iron sights. And my uncle, he was a paper patcher, and that's what he used to do all the time was iron sight, silhouette shooting, 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Lead bullet.
Yep. Just like the old Buffalo matches or whatever they called those. Man, I lost my glasses.
I'm here, but I'm going dark. What do you think of the 270 or the 280?
280 Remington. Awesome cartridge.
Reasons why.
Well, it's proven. It's not overboard. You get, better life. Very similar to a 308. Very efficient with powder burn. Very capable of 30 miles. there's a lot of 7mm projectiles to accommodate almost
Hold
every
on,
application.
Roy's making so much noise I can't hear. All right, go ahead.
Do I start over? Or?
Yeah, please start over.
All right. Well, I'm building a 280 right now, and the reason why I say the 280 is an awesome cartridge. It's just well known for its performance. Also with today's projectiles that we have, you could accommodate that cartridge to perform for hunting all the way out to extreme long range. The cartridge is very efficient with the powder. To me, what I would say is if you get a cartridge that has more case capacity than a 30-06, you start really losing your barrel life. Like as soon as you get over the 30-06 case capacity, your barrel life just cuts right in half. So that 280 Remington sits right there. It's a perfect, I guess, a bore diameter for that case capacity. It has case, the barrel life is around, I'd say 4,200, 4,500 rounds.
Wow.
You can really have fun with that cartridge. And like I said, with the new projectiles we have today, the Burger BLTs, and you can get out there way past a mile with that cartridge.
I haven't shot the Burger yet.
Yeah, I've been rocking them out for the 30 cal. This is what I'm using right here. So,
Or those 200.2s? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So they work really good, but I've been pointing the bullets with the David Tubb bull nose. And actually, I've been noticing a big improvement doing that. So it takes this bullet that's really awesome for extreme long range. It makes it that much better.
Wow.
Show it in the camera, Kenny.
Oh, this big old honking bullet.
Yeah, I want to see the. Okay. Is it a hollow point or no?
It's a hollow point.
Okay.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy? It seems like the hollow points, like the Sierra Match Kings, and those things fly so good with the hollow point. It's crazy.
Yeah.
TBS with the AK-47 shoot a mile. It can reach a mile.
Well, then it could shoot a mile. It just may not.
It can. I guess a lot of luck. That would do it.
You got to shoot it like a bottle rocket.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you. You guys weren't out there the other day. I went out to. You remember I posted that video of me shooting that pistol at like 400 and something. Well,
yeah,
we were at
1945.
Well, when we were at Clinton House, I hit the steel at 500 with my Glock 19. So I went out to VOD and I said I want to see if I can do it at 700. And I had one magazine. I was all over that thing. I mean, I guarantee most of the shots were within a foot of the target, and it was an MOA target, and I just couldn't hit it. And Jeremy looked at me, he goes, "You want to do another mag?" I said, "Nope, that's enough." So yeah, the AK can hit a mile, but it'd be like shooting that Glock at 700 yards.
That's still awesome. Yeah. I guess going back to what you were saying earlier, I mean, there is more efficient cartridges out there, but it kind of loses the fun and challenge,
Yeah,
that's why
it does. I actually sold all my 338s. There wasn't a lot of. It's not like it is where you live, Ken. Okay. Here in North Carolina, it is very tough to find a place to shoot a mile, and until Clinton House opened up, there wasn't really one unless you just got lucky and knew somebody with a bunch of farmland.
Right.
And any of the public places wouldn't allow 338, at any of their steel. Clinton will allow it at a mile because of the energy that it loses. But I sold all the 338s and all the 50s because where am I going to shoot them?
Yeah, right.
Not like being on the BLM land where you can just set something up at 2,000 or 2,500 yards.
We need to go visit Kenny one day and do a little shooting.
Yeah, I'm only an hour away from Vegas, so flying to Vegas and spend some time out here and get on the boat, go to the restaurants on the river. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm reading Lakeview Outdoors. No, I didn't give up on the SOM. I'm just having to rechamber the barrel and recrown the barrel as well. So I recrowned the barrel, noticed a big improvement. And I'm just waiting on a reamer right now. So that rifle just wasn't performing the way I wanted it to, and I tested it in all aspects. Basically, I rebarreled. I don't know if you guys know, but I rebarreled a Savage 110, and I kept it in the same chassis, modified the chassis, bedded the action, squared and blueprinted the action, put a PTG recoil lug, and slapped on a preferred barrel blanks. And it was shooting okay, not to the performance I wanted it to. So I found a few things that kind of make it improve. And definitely the crown was one of them.
I need to send you a barrel, Kenny, to get threaded for a suppressor.
And you could, yeah, I got my 01 right now, and I'm just waiting until July, and I'll have my 07, so I could pretty much do whatever I want. So whatever you want, let me know.
When do I gotta wait till? What'd you say?
I have an 01, so you can send me a firearm right to my door. I have 01, FFL 01. My 07 will be here in July.
I can just send you the upper.
Yeah, I mean, it don't matter. You can send me a barrel or whatever. If not, yeah, if you need to send a rifle, like I said, I could. I just can't modify it. I could.
No, it's an AR upper.
Yeah, I could do a barrel. Let me know.
All right.
All Things Fun Hydrographics asked, are you allowed to have a cigarette on live, or have the YouTube commies banned that too?
No, I just turned it off. I don't know if they do or not. I don't think. I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
He was asking.
You guys got to check out his channel, man. He's got a really good channel. ATF
Hydrographics?
Yeah, ATF Hydrographics. He just did a Kimber 1911 that says America big time just recently.
Nice.
I had to check it out.
Cool.
Yeah, he does some really good work, man, and really good videos. Very, very entertaining. I'll tell you that.
I think he's new to my channel. I don't know if I've seen that up there before.
Yeah. That's
cool. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, that'll be cool. I do like that hydrographic stuff. It looks pretty cool. Looks like it'd be a lot of fun to do.
Yeah, we're gonna get together and get one done. I got the new MDT XRS chassis on the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some pretty cool stuff with that. I'll get that dipped and just show the work, man, because he does some really good work.
Nice. All you need is a sponge. All you need is some paint and a sponge, man. That's it.
Don't tell him that.
No, the day you saw Rick's video, the day he got that Tika, he's like, I got to go to Walmart, give me some spray paint. I was like, no, you're kidding, right? He's like, no, I'm not kidding.
You gotta use
8 hours later.
Oh yeah, I bought the rifle, and on the way back, I was buying paint.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, this is going to be one of my fake work guns, so I'm going to paint it. Are you still in YouTube jail there, Mr. Eagle?
YouTube jail. One more week before I can apply again. YouTube jail.
Oh, he's in YouTube jail. He must have got a strike.
Oh, for what?
I don't know. Let us know, ATF. Let us know. Inquiring minds want to know.
All right.
See, Jack Miller likes my rattle can job.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just couldn't believe you did it so quickly.
I am not scared to paint.
Obviously.
Even the $3,000 scope. Sometimes you just got to say, you know what?
Just go for it.
Now I got one more mag I got to paint. Where the hell is it? I got my mag, Ray. My free one.
Yeah, I heard you talking about it the other day. They honored the thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Ken, have you ever used one of the Borka kits?
No, I have not. No.
Yeah, the only reason I'm not trying to sell you one, I was just asking because KB and I did a video the other day, and he's got a huge channel. He's got 120,000 subs. I think that's huge anyway.
Oh yeah.
And we did a review of that Borka kit because I was basically on that video. I was going to tell everybody if they ordered one, I could get them like 7.5% off or whatever, because they're never on sale. You will never see them on sale. Yeah. Man, I couldn't believe all the haters on that thing. They're like, I just used the Allen wrench that's supplied with my scope. And I'm like, okay. I mean, and you're a machinist. Do you use torque wrenches on all your scopes and your rings?
Absolutely.
Me too. And these guys are like, I mean, they like took offense to the fact that somebody uses a torque wrench. I was like, wow.
Dude, yeah. I mean, a simple Harbor Freight inch-pound torque wrench ain't hard to buy. I mean, come on, guys. You're putting on $1,000 or a couple $1,000 scope. You're going to want to torque that thing down evenly. What the hell?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Robert's talking about a video I did, and he lost it or something, but called the Buzz Bomber. I don't know what the heck that was.
He said you
I
were
don't
huffing. He was demonetized because he has dangerous guns. I don't get that.
He showed a gun on his probably live chatter.
Oh,
don't
yeah,
tell me.
yeah.
Was it the little cannon? If you demonetize it because of that little cannon he has, I'm going to laugh. I'm sorry.
Well, I know that you're not allowed on a live to have an image or an actual gun anywhere. They'll immediately kill it. Your live chat. I do remember that coming about because I think Hank Strange talked about that.
Harmful content showing creation, modification, or sale of weapons that may result in injury to others. This includes links to offsite sales.
It's probably that cannon.
Yeah, they'll get you for something.
Yeah, funny though. Well, keep doing what you're doing, man, because it's a good channel. You know, see, somehow give you a third strike, just make another channel.
Yeah, these teas. This is what sucks about these little bottles. They freaking go too fast.
That's like these bottles right here. They go too quickly.
It's like little babies, little shot glass things. I bought 6 cases of these. I'll be back. Gotta grab another one.
Yeah. So I just saw your Styr Og video too. Their X-Ring.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you get to have all the fun, man. I'm like, dang, I wish I could get my hands on a gun like that.
What video? Oh yeah, and I didn't even get to shoot that.
You know, I didn't even think about that. That's all
His
right.
boyfriend showed up, and he was so like man happy, like he forgot all about me.
You have shot almost everything, though. I mean, you get more trigger time on machine guns than anybody else I know.
Yeah, true. I almost had the Styr I had it in my hands with no ammo. Then KB showed up and he ripped it out of my hands and said, "Give it to KB." No.
TB was asking about the new 60-round magazine for the AR-15 at SHOT Show 2020. I'm not sure which one he was talking about. I don't know. I mean, you know, because Magpul's already had theirs.
X has theirs.
X Products has a 50-rounder, so I'm not sure which 60. I remember reading something about it. I know that they had a one for the Glock now. Drum mag.
Yeah, I know Magpul had a few items. I didn't go to the booth and check it out.
Yeah, me either. I was into. There were some people I had to meet, and I was literally. it was booth to booth to booth on a checklist, and then I was gone. I was out of there. I left on Wednesday.
Yeah, and then you went overlanding. That was cool.
Yeah, that was fun. It was awesome.
A lot better than theirs. I think
everybody got sick.
I'm still getting over it.
Hey, I'm on a chat.
You guys did the YouTube cooties. Or not YouTube, SHOT Show cooties.
That's one thing about SHOT Show. You don't shake anybody's hand.
I think there's a room where you guys all run around butt naked and like kiss each other or something, because y'all come out of there all sick all the time. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, well, what happens on range day?
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what it is. It's everybody coughing and somebody starting it, but you're touching all these polymer guns or these guns, and there's no time to get those germs off of it, and it's immediately you're grabbing a gun, you're picking it up, you're shaking a hand. I mean, it's just freaking, it's a petri dish.
Right. Yeah. I didn't want to be that agent with the face mask walking around, but I did have a sanitizer, you know.
Car King says it might be the 61 banana mag from Schmeiser.
Service wasn't coming through on Rick there. It's kind of splotchy.
Is that me or him?
All of us.
The robot.
I'm gonna mute Ray just to see if it's him. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, his service is bad.
Well,
Adama says he wears a hazmat to the SHOT Show, or wear a hazmat to the SHOT Show.
Oh, yeah.
It's TB. I hit the wrong key all the time. It was funny though. Missing out. You guys are talking about something. I missed it.
Yeah. Banana Man. Yeah, you know what's actually pretty cool that I saw? Mean Arms, the guys that make the endo mags, they're actually coming out with a complete 9mm upper, and you have a actual complete polymer lower, which is pretty unique because it has ambidextrous mag release. It's a polymer lower, but it has steel inserts, so that thing is actually pretty cool. And one of the more unique features about it is that it's actually going to come with a polymer fire control group. I don't know if you've ever heard of a hammer that's made out of polymer for an AR.
Yeah, as soon as you say polymer and you're talking about an AR, I get a little scared.
Yeah, it gets a little scary, but I don't know, man. They got a pretty good reputation going. They may have something, you know. And I'm always there for innovation. I'll try it out, but it's a polymer trigger group that is very smooth. It feels like a 2-pound trigger.
Really?
It has steel in it, a little steel insert. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. How much lighter can it be than an aluminum lower?
Right. Yeah. You know, metal's the way to go.
But it's cool. It's, you know, they are making some polymer that's strong as heck. So.
Right.
But remember the old days, or years back when they first came out with those, and they all would break right around where the buffer would screw in.
That's when they were first coming out. Yeah, I bought it. I think it was an EP Armory or something like that. And I remember I had a stuck or a failure to eject case or double feed, and I went to pretty much tomahawk that thing lightly, and it just broke in half.
You broke it.
I was just like, now what? You know?
Game over.
Yeah, I'm done.
Womp, womp, womp.
You know, it's a real big letdown when you got to drive like an hour to get to the range. I went all the way to the high desert when I was living in Cali. And I was like, dang it, man. All I had was that AR. So I'm like, what do you do now? You know?
Carcane's got a question here. Look at this one. If I get an HK45, can I ask some homies if they got my briefcase? Kill me and still want to. Yeah, Daniel says next time for next SHOT Show. I think I'm going to try to attend next year's SHOT Show. I didn't have any plans on going this last one just because Ray and WTF SoCal were going to be out camping. So I was like,
yeah, those guys didn't even call me, man.
No,
they're busy.
Are you? Well, you know what? Ray had a lot of meetings with different companies.
Yeah.
So he was pretty busy. He had to smash it all into like a day and a half.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I figured. I did bump into Dakota Boy. It was good hanging out with him and Bald and Curious. So,
nice.
Yeah, good people. But honestly, this year I was kind of let down. I would think there would have been a hell of a lot more, let's say, new stuff really coming out, innovative. But it was kind of more of the same AR after AR. But one of the two, as far as the reloading side, Lyman, really stepped it up for the reloading equipment coming out. Frankfurt Arsenal, Dylan came out with their CP20 2000 press, and then the firearm side, Palmetto State Armory has really stepped it up a bunch. They're actually coming out with like a really budget Glock 17 version.
Yeah, $299. I saw that.
Yeah. And I was like, this thing is probably going to take off. I'm not really a big fan of it as far as the 17, but I can see where it's going to really take off the market. And then they have a Jackal,
I want that. I want to shoot that. I saw that on a video, someone's video. I don't know who it was. Yeah. And I was like, that is pretty cool. Monolithic freaking the whole top end.
Yeah.
8.5 barrel with 300 was a blackout. I mean, that would be a perfect little.
It's a bitch and setup because it's set up just like an MP5. You know, drop the hammers by slapping it, and it sits right on top of the AR-15 lower. Now, they're gonna sell it as a complete rifle for like $800. It's like a 50 or 12-inch barrel, 300 blackout. But eventually, to set around the third quarter, they're gonna sell just the upper. So, you know, folks that have an AR-15, I would definitely look at.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be badass. And the best part is you can put a collapsible stock on it or a foldable stock on it and run it because it's
compact. You're talking about this big.
It is. Yeah, it is badass. Sick, I would love to get my hands on one of those.
Yeah, I shot it on range day, and that thing was freaking amazing.
Oh, you did shoot it? Nice.
Yeah.
I think with the can on it would be so badass.
Right. Yeah. I think they're going to come out with a tri-lug, so you can have those tri-lug suppressors.
Nice. Armament Axe had innocent steaks and shrimp. I can't believe you didn't invite me to come over. What the hell?
Yeah, steaks and shrimp, huh?
What's the best MP5 clone for the moolah, or should I just save up for the SP5?
I'm going to say a PSA 5 right there. Same thing.
Yeah, theirs is basically a perfect clone, I think.
Yeah, it works really good. A lot of folks are really having good reviews on it. So the PSA 5 that they're coming out to.
And I'm not sure if I'm right, but doesn't it take a Glock mag?
Yep.
Yeah.
This one will take one of them, I believe, takes a Glock mag. Another one, I need to go back. The channel you want to look at is Elfster's Rifles and Reloading. He did a pretty good interview with that.
I watch his videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. PSA will not ship to Illinois for some reason. Did not know that. Oh, is Illinois as bad as California? I can't remember. I think so.
They're as bad, or if not worse, about the same, right?
Yeah, it sounds like it. That sucks. Sorry to hear that.
Well, Michael, you'll be in Texas soon. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm interested to see one of those. Hopefully, KB gets one, and then I can try it out.
I need to go over to where you guys are at because you guys have all the fun toys, man. I'll just take a month out there.
There's a lot of fun toys. There's a lot of fun toys. You're a long way from Iowa, or I would have invited you. Oh, he's back. Now he's trying to come back. There he is.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Say you're driving on. You guys got to check out Ray's video. Which one's that one for?
It's not out yet. It's not out yet.
What are you going to name that one? I did his intro for him in a Fire Marshal Bill kind of way.
Yeah.
No, it was the Fire Marshal Bill. It was the Fire Marshal Rick.
Fire Marshal Rick.
I forgot about that. I didn't even add that to that one. Yeah, I got to do some more editing.
Are you kidding?
I haven't added to that yet.
You haven't edited that one, or you haven't added me to it?
I have not added that. I was getting ready to post that in the next day or two.
Oh my gosh. You suck. You suck.
Spoiled it.
Dang it. I don't know about putting that kind of stuff on my channel, though.
Channel's about having fun, right?
Well, not his, apparently, just mine.
Oh, it's just. What's the formula? Or should I just save up and get an SP5?
Yeah, we already answered, but give us your thoughts.
No, I was just reading back through it. No, if you already answered, we're good. Just keep moving along.
No, we want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. I've shot the Zeniths, but then again, I've got access to a lot of MP5s, and I don't know if I was going to spend the money, I'd probably just wait on the SP5, honestly.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what y'all said, but you know, I've been having.
We'll
I was
leave it a
actually told to
mystery.
buy a couple of them.
Um, yeah,
Dun.
I mean, MP5s are really fun. I don't know. Well, should I tell them, Rick? PSA is
Oh,
coming out with that. It's the PSA 5, and I did
Oh
shoot
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know of that one.
Okay. So that one's got some pretty good reports to it. And personally, I would just stick with an AR9 upper. Build an AR9.
You know, I can't agree with you there. I've talked a lot of agencies out of AR9s, and the reason
Yeah.
is broken firing pins. And this came up in conversation today
Okay.
because the problem is, you know, a lot of law enforcement agencies want AR9s because the continuity using the Glock mags and a carbine and blah blah blah. But I have seen too many broken firing pins where the gun is completely inoperable. I mean, all you have is a stick at that point. There is
Okay.
nothing you can do to get that thing up and running. I have personally witnessed two at my house. Actually, no, three. Because Rick, I was thinking about it. Now on the ranges, when I'm working with different agencies, I have seen so many go down, and that was my biggest argument about that platform. Uh,
Okay.
there's there's been some guys talking about if you use a DLC firing pin that it makes a huge difference. But until I get some hard data on that, I mean they're fun, but I wouldn't trust my life to one. No, I can't.
And that's good information. I never heard of that even happening, but it makes sense. Is it fire pin drag or just too
You,
harsh of a
I don't know. It actually just breaks the tip off, and
right?
also the SIGs are not immune to that either. There's been quite a few that have broken firing pins
Okay.
early in their lives. I mean, some less than 1,000 rounds. And no, we're not talking about the SIG 365 either. But on the MPXs, same issue.
Okay. Yeah, that's. I started looking into that because I was considering building an AR9, but if it's having that issue, hell no, I just go with the PSA.
Okay, well, I'll tell you this. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, the fact is a fact. John was over here on that day that it snowed, and he brought his out, and it snapped. It was dead. We couldn't even shoot it because I didn't have a spare firing pin for that. And then Bryson Allen was over here, who he shot for Cobalt Kinetics. They built one for him the very first day we went to shoot it. His broke, and I've just seen too many of them go down on the police ranges. It doesn't matter which agency. If it's an AR9, I see more of that happen than any other thing. And like I said, they're fun plinkers. But if I want to carry one and my life has got to be on the line, no, I'm not going to do it.
that one
Right.
PSN one I've got quite a few. I don't know how many rounds I got through it. All I know is it gets hungry and it eats a lot. But
Yes, it does.
I haven't had one problem with that one.
No, but the thing is when it does break, it's going to break and you're done.
Yeah, but if any firing pin breaks, you're going to be done.
Yeah, but they're not supposed to do it 2,000 rounds and in. And you've shot yours a lot, but you also shoot really low power, not normal power loads. I mean, they're hand loads, they're powder puff loads.
And the 3.9 grains, they're pretty tough on that. They're not too powder puffy.
Yeah, and see, Papa's Place said, yeah, that's why I have 3 extra AR9 firing pins. So he's aware of the problem as well. And I do understand about keeping spare parts, but not if you're getting shot at. And that's one of those things that you've got to rely on to run 100%. Downstairs in my that stainless reloading thing.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
They just need to build a better damn firing pin and call it good.
Yeah, they make titanium fire pins, but titanium is also shear. It was shear really easy. So if that's what's going on, is it shearing right off or?
Yeah. It's it either like on Bryson's, it broke in the middle, and on KB's and the other one that was here, I think the tip broke off of it.
I see.
Adamus says he thinks it's the tempering of the firing pins. Well,
Right.
a lot of guys are having problems with it, so it's not just I don't know where all these are getting sourced from, but yeah, there definitely needs to be some more choices out there.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. This is a good topic, man.
Yeah, I like that Ruger, that PC9, especially the takedown version. That's pretty cool. With the good handrail on it, not what the hell is that noise? With the good one set up, not like the carbine style.
I missed that. Which gun were you talking about?
The Ruger PC9 takes Glock mags or.
Oh yes, yeah, the one that's like they've got over at Assurance.
Yeah, it's a carbine.
I almost bought that thing.
Those things are sweet, man. If you get the takedown version, for sure.
Yeah, he's got one over there. He said he'd make me a super smoking deal on it. What am I going to do with it?
Let me go grab the charger real quick.
I know, mine was getting ready to die.
You gonna put it with the rest of them that are?
Yeah, well. Yeah, I agree with Papa's place. He's just like me. They're fun for competition, but I wouldn't bet my life on
them. Yeah, I enjoy shooting those things. They're fun. I like it because you can reload 9mm really easy and quick. Have a lot of fun for the day, and way easier than loading 223.
Yeah, the last agency I worked with, it caused a lot of stink because of what my recommendation was, and they're the ones that went with the CZ Scorpion with the Innovative Arms integrated suppressor. And now, 8 months later, they are thrilled to death with those things. They love them, but the higher ups for that agency were really pissed because they were like, we wanted to keep everything the same as the 5.56s with the same controls, and now they got to learn different controls. I'm like, look, dudes. The other thing was continuity with the mags, and I was like, get over it. It's not rocket science. You can learn a new weapon system. You just have to have the training, and I hate to have different mags, but it is what it is.
Yeah. If it's a more reliable firearm, I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah, and they've had zero issues with them. They love them to death.
Yeah, Scorpion's got a really good reputation.
Yeah,
they're everywhere, I hear.
Yeah, they are. I don't know if you've had a chance to shoot one with that Innovative Arms suppressor. You basically, what I had to do for the agency is I had to switch out the barrels, the trunnions, because it's a ported barrel system for that. So it's just like an MP5 SD, where you can throw supersonic in it and it's going to be subsonic by the time it exits. And they were really impressed with them. They were originally looking at issuing their officers suppressors. It was on a certain unit, and they wanted to give them suppressor to carry on their vest. And I said, this is stupid. I said, number one, there's not a holster that'll hold a suppressed pistol that's going to be realistic. And I said, number two, now you're going to have the officers muzzling their own hand when they go to put the suppressor on. It wasn't a TAC team or anything like that. So if they needed it to, let's say, dispatch Rocky Raccoon or something like that, it was going to be a safety issue. You got to take the thread protector off, put the suppressor on. And I was like, just get them a small carbine or something. And that's the way they went.
Yeah, that's one thing they probably overlooked. Like you're saying, muzzling your hand over your rifle or your pistol. A lot of folks, if you don't train about that, you'll notice if you ever film yourself, you'll probably catch yourself doing it once or twice.
Yeah, absolutely. And see, the thing is all the police officers carry with one in the chamber, as they should. And, just getting what are they going to do? Download their pistol while they're taking the thread protector off and then screwing on the suppressor? Yeah. Too much stuff's going on too quickly. I can just see that just happening.
Oh, exactly. And they're always on the move. Either they're chasing the perp or whatever, or they're walking or trying to, alleviate the situation. They're still 100% focused on doing what they're doing.
Yeah, specifically, this team was for dispatching animals. And so they just got too many complaints where if they were dispatching an injured animal or something with distempers or whatever the case is, they wanted all these guys to have suppressed weapons. And I was like, yeah, a can on your vest is not a great idea.
Yeah. Did he make integral suppressed carbines or like an Mp5 or something like that?
Awesome. Yeah, hold on just a second. Yeah, sorry. What were you saying about the MP5? My bad.
It's like an internally suppressed barrel. That might be something to look at too for folks.
You talking about a ported barrel?
No, integrally suppressed.
Yeah, that's what they did. The Innovative Arms is integrally suppressed.
Gotcha.
It just goes over the barrel and under the handguard, so it's all one unit. It looks like a little RoboCop gun.
That Scorpion that we shot, right?
Yes, and
that's a fun gun, man.
Yeah, because I've got like 3 of those, and that's what I demoed for the agency. And the other thing I said I said, I challenge any of you cops, and we were on their police range. I said, when was the last incident? They said, yesterday. I said, how far was it? I said, it was a raccoon. I said, how far? They said, 30 yards. I said, there's not one of you here that's probably going to hit a raccoon at 30 yards with your Glock 17. I said, and to prove the point, I'm going to go ahead and run the targets out at 25 yards. I said, and we're going to draw a little circle about the same size as a raccoon for a vital. I said, I want you guys to hit it. There were 15 officers there. 2 guys actually hit it. I said, now let's put this CZ in your hand. I also had an MP5. And I said, let's put the CZ MP5 and let's try it. I think there was one guy that didn't hit the mark. I said, so, the benefit here is you got that. And then plus these guys are also sworn deputies. I said, if you have an active shooter situation, now they have higher firepower, higher lethality, greater hit ratios. And so it was a no-brainer once they finally decided to spend the money on it, because that's what you really have to consider. A suppressor for $500 or an integral carbine. But no, they're on board with 100%. Now they're looking at giving those to some of the SROs and some of the schools because they can carry them in a backpack.
Yeah.
And those things are amazing.
They are. They really are.
I had a chance to shoot one with a happy switch.
Yeah,
you have. Carcane said any departments make use of the shockwave. If you're talking about like the pistol braces, yes, and I see tons of them. They still have to qualify under the same, depending on if they're going to, okay. They won't let you do a pistol qualification because you just put a shockwave on there. They make you run through a subgun course, but without the machine gun portion. I have been seeing a lot of that because a lot of officers are given the freedom to carry something that they've made or built as long as their department armorer approves it. I know that sounds really vague, but I've seen some really crappy builds. The last patrol rifle class that I taught for an agency, there were 3 or 4 guys in there. I was like, I'm not even gonna let you take the class with that. You're gonna have to get a department gun because that's not gonna work. It was bad.
Yeah.
And they're gonna trust their life to these things. I looked at one guy's. I was like, dude, I said, you've got a double mag pouch mounted to your stock. I said, rack your charging handle. He could not even rack his charging handle because they obscured the charging handle from being able to be racked all the way. I was like, what are you thinking? I said, just because it looks cool and you can carry 2 mags on the butt stock. I said, you put it in the wrong place, or, you'll have guys that don't test their magazines that they've taped together and they completely get in the way of everything, or the gun, the magazine blocks the ejection port, the cover, the dust cover, and now they have failure to eject. It's crazy what you see out there.
Right. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Common sense stuff.
Yeah. You know what they say on common sense.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll get off my high horse, but yeah.
No, that's just awesome. Yeah. The experience you have. And I think, anybody that's going to take a class is really going to benefit off of it, man.
Yeah, maybe I wasn't going to get back into doing them to the public.
Right.
Yeah, no, Armament Axe is hitting on the head. Tactical. Man, there's so many guys, especially these newer guys that get on. Every once in a while, you have a guy that knows what he's doing, but man, especially with this newer, I guess it's because it's this younger generation, because they're usually a bunch of 21, 22-year-olds. And they usually have to be on a year from what North Carolina, the way they do it, before they can carry like a carbine.
Okay.
No, it's not a year. It's less than that. But they've got to be through BLET. They've got to go through their FTO program. So yeah, I guess all total it is going to be close to a year before they can go to the school. In the meantime, they carry a shotgun.
I think Kenny should come to your carbine class when you guys do it.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I should do some of your matches that you guys do.
We're not going to be putting on any more matches. That's it. I'm done with that.
Jack Miller's got a question here. Do y'all have opinion on the SOLGW? Their big thing is it being a duty rifle.
I do not know what he's talking about. I don't know what the SOLGW is.
I don't either. So we'll wait on that. He'll have to give us a little more info. Is my mic all jacked up?
No, it's just everybody's kind of splotchy.
I don't know. Is my light too bright?
Check, make sure my internet's working. Teach me the ways, X-Ring.
Yeah.
Bryson
What's
Allen.
up, Bryson? I heard you getting over the sickness too.
Does he
I've
got
been
the
avoiding you like the plague. Hey, this is who I'm actually shooting the Bushnell Elite Sniper match with. Is Bryson.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, this guy right here.
That's
the
awesome.
Sons of Liberty Gunworks out of San Antonio, Texas. Do not know anything about them.
Me either.
Wait. So for that mile shot, what cartridge are you guys using?
6.5.
Okay.
147s or 153s. That's it. The A-tips.
Yeah. The A-tips will do it.
Okay, so I've got a load that was shared with me. I can't use it in any of my other 6.5s, but in my AI, I can push that 42.2 we were talking about.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it is great at like 2,000 yards. It is unbelievable. I'm just scared it's going to kill that barrel.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've got. Majority.
I couldn't agree with you more. I was at a police range, and in 2 days in 1 day from two different agencies, there were 2 negligent discharges towards the range house, which we have bulletproof glass, from 2 different agencies during the day. It is amazing how many cops can't shoot and don't have gun handling skills.
I have to agree with that. I've seen it quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's not that. They don't have the love of shooting. It's like the one thing that they don't want to train on. Like, it's like flashlights, right? You got your flashlight. You make sure it has batteries and it turns on. But other than that, you don't ever do anything with it.
Yeah. What's up, SoCal? I heard him say what? I even just mentioned him. Yeah, you wouldn't want to shoot with them or have them shooting you. Looking forward to the Bushnell match. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. I'm not in the best shape right now, but I want to hang out with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was pushing that 140 grain ELD with almost the same powder charge you're mentioning. That's 42.6, and maybe it's just my barrel life, but I went through 1,600 rounds, and I noticed quite a bit of erosion.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm scared of, and I've had a lot of conversation with John about it, and he's on right now. But I'm just scared it's just going to kill that barrel, and I'm going to have to rebarrel it, and they're not cheap.
And that's the thing about these slow burning powders that have that peak pressure that holds it. All of that pressure is just allowing that thing to burn, and that's what happens. You pick a powder or a powdered charge that holds that peak pressure. That's where you start burning your barrel. It starts heating up that throat right there.
Oh, okay. And we had this conversation, but since I got SoCal on here, so that load in his AI and my AI, no issues whatsoever. Use that same load, throw it into a Christensen or an MPA, it immediately blows the primer out. Why? And that's across the board. And I wouldn't let Rick or anybody else try those loads because I know that I even went ahead and purchased, like I've got the Starline brass with the small primers. I haven't had a chance to run those yet, but in the AI, no issue. Everything else blows it out.
I thought we shot a couple.
No, that was 41.5, Rick.
Are you using small rifle prime brass?
Say that again. You broke up.
Are you using small rifle prime brass or? Okay.
Well, that's what I said. I just got it. I got the Starline small rifle primer that you recommended.
Yeah, that's where I've been able to kind of really push the powder charge above a listed max because of that primer. So I would try it with that and see what it does. If anything, you know, if you know there's a bullet being jammed or close to being jammed, that could cause pressure in the spike quite a bit.
Yeah, we're not jamming them. We're about, I think it was 15 thou off lands and grooves because 6.5 likes to jump.
Yeah, it does. Mine liked around 8,000, but a lot of folks settle around 15. So yeah, that's I would try the small rifle primer Magnum for CCR 450s, and you should see an improvement in speed and also be able to kind of magic voodoo.
Yeah, I'm reading Jack Miller's comment. Yeah, John, I had a great time on that trip, man. That was awesome.
It takes a whole mag to kill a half dead raccoon, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bryson said he'll carry you.
I want to try that Vortex challenge next year. Oh, that looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, he just popped out. Oh, he's back. He's got bad internet. So there you go. He's back. He's got a little squirrel running his Wi-Fi right now. Must be tired. You gotta keep feeding him. You gotta keep feeding that squirrel, right?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Type chamber and forcing cone on the one rifle, causing more pressure.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you could look at, but it's like to narrow it down on a chat is going to be impossible. I would say that the small rifle primer would be the way to go for higher pressure loads. I know that.
Yeah, but what I'm wondering is why are all these AIs able to do it and other good quality rifles can't?
It's got to be either it's roaded longer or it's got a something a little different with the chamber.
Yeah,
you would have to compare the brass to see what it looks like, and then case-based OBAD measurement on both rifles.
Okay, so we did that, and I think I might have mentioned this to you. If you measure base to ogive, no, on the case neck after you've shot it, right?
Okay.
Base to the shoulder, to a datum line on the shoulder. When you shoot it out of an AI, the case is actually smaller than larger.
Huh.
Yes. Fact.
Okay. So your fired case is actually smaller than your size case after firing, right?
If you take factory Hornady ELD match and put it in the chamber and fire it, when you take it out, it's smaller than when you started.
Is there resistance with the bolt when you lock it down a little bit?
Say that again.
Is there resistance with the bolt when you lock it down with that cartridge?
No.
Huh.
No. See you, Steel Punisher.
Yeah.
A gun guy, he just showed up. I think he's wondering what you guys are talking about. So, talking about 6.5 Creedmoor and loading it up. But tell them what we're talking about.
Okay, so basically, we're talking about these Accuracy International rifles. WTF SoCal has one. I've got one. And we were playing around with this load. It's a hot load, but it shoots well on the rifles out to 2,000 yards, no issues whatsoever, no signs of overpressure. You can shoot it all day long. You throw one of those rounds in like an MPA or a Christensen, the very first shot, as soon as you unload it, the primer just blows right. It falls right out. So it's I'm just wondering why the AIs can handle that, specifically the AIs and some other things that we've noticed about them.
Yeah, that's a mystery, man. I don't know. I have no answer for that. For the case basically being smaller after the firing.
Yeah, gun guy smart. He says spindy gun.
Yeah, they are. Hornady ELD match, but the ammo that we're loading is we're just using 4350, but it's a hot charge with either like 147 or 153 ATIPs. He said we ran into those issues. Interesting.
You know, a powder that I had really good luck with that 147, 153 was reloaded 26.
Yeah, that's what I told Rick. If we could find any, I would try it.
Yeah, reloaded 26 is going to keep the pressures down and give you that velocity.
Yeah, but we cannot find any anywhere.
Yeah.
We can't find anything.
I could get you bottles and get you 8-pound jug if you want. Over here, I know where one is right now.
Can't find 4350.
Yeah, but you can't send it.
I could send. I'll send it. I'll put it in the
Huh. I might call you afterwards.
Yeah, I know where one is right now. I'm put a good damn deal on it.
Okay, SoCal's saying that they're throated longer, 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah, if he's saying he's shooting his bullet out to 2.860, that makes sense.
Yeah, but we're getting some pretty sick velocities too.
Yeah, I bet. 20, almost 2,900, 2860.
Yeah, it was 20. John can tell you exactly. He's probably got it written down. But yeah, it's pushing it fast. Matter of fact, it goes a mile supersonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about that. That bullet's amazing. It takes the 6.5 Creedmoor and it's a whole different life with that bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was struggling with the 140s. When you're pushing up to 2,000 yards with a 140 ELD, you can tell you start seeing sporadic things happening. And that's with the bullet deformation during the air.
Yeah, 28-25 average. That's
awesome.
good.
Yeah, that's a good, for that bullet weight, that's an awesome load.
Oh, yeah, before I got booted off earlier, I don't hear anything screaming. Before I got booted off earlier, there was a question somebody asked about what cartridge to be able to spot your impacts while you're shooting. And I would probably say the minimum would be that 6 Creedmoor. Because the 6.5, you can't spot it the whole way. You're not going to.
Yeah. As far as like 1,000 yards or just shooting long range, to be able to spot your impacts?
No, I can check my impacts, but I'm talking about watching the trace out to your target.
Oh,
So like in a match where your first shot, if you should miss, you can actually see the trace and tell exactly instead of just guessing. I'm going to say 6mm Creedmoor is probably where you got to start, and then you can go down from there.
Yeah,
or not down, but up,
Yeah. I can't even see my trace out here. It's too damn dry. I would never see my trace, no matter what. Even during the morning, I tried going out there with the camera. I can never get a bullet trace. It's really
Yeah, hitting steel, that's all we've been running is the H4350 because we got a bunch of it. But everybody says get the 26 Reloader 26, but we haven't been able to source any around here. But that might change here in just a minute. Yeah. A gun guy, yep, 6.5 Creedmoor jumps too much to keep focus. Even if you're running, same thing, even with the Thunder Beast suppressors or anything, it's just going to jump that little bit, and you're going to be gone, and you'll be able to see the impact, but you're not going to see it on the way out there. Or at least I can't.
Yeah, I think the Creedmoor is an awesome cartridge. Just really good for long range. You know what's? Did you ever check that True Velocity booth? These things?
Hold on, I'm not on the video. I've been reading the other things.
What is that?
That is a plastic.
Yeah, that's the one you were telling me about.
Right. This is a full power cartridge 308, and they're making it in 6.5 Creedmoor with about 10 grains less of powder.
How many less grains of powder?
It's about like when I measured this one out, it's roughly almost 10 grains less of powder, and this is a 168 Sierra tip match.
Is that a
And
polymer case?
that's a polymer case, and it's a loaded case. I mean, I'm gonna try it out.
That's
I was
awesome.
playing with polymer cases about 10 years ago, and I've got a bunch of it left. This stuff is like this stuff was so prototype back then, it wasn't even funny. But you cannot shoot them in machine guns. Holy crap. You want to talk about something going crazy on you.
Right.
You'll have so much powder going everywhere. Crazy stuff.
They got something going on because they're in military trials right now, and they got that 338 Gatling gun.
Yeah. They've been trying to develop that for a long time, and I keep seeing it get better and better and better. So I'm sure that they're all over it now.
Sounds like Gun Guy's got some info on that true velocity. If you got any questions.
What would you like to know? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Polymax was 10 years ago. Sure was.
You can't reload that stuff, I'm assuming, right? It's one time.
No, it's not reloadable. But what's cool about it is from when I was talking, I forgot his name. He's like the manager of one of the owners. They could build the actual case to the dimension of the bore and be perfect concentricity. So you're talking about, for us hand loaders, we're OCDing about our brass and prepping it. Well, they could pretty much build one together, a polymer case, 3D print one to your exact bore diameter or your specifications. And you don't have to worry about any of that. Perfect bullet tension and all that.
I guess the question would be then is, can you send us 20 rounds to try out?
Yeah, that's what I would say. I tried it out on range day. That's
what I want to know. Can you send me 20 rounds to try out? Or make it 40 so Ray can have some.
The Sierra rifle that I shot it out of is like a little F-class rifle. I was consistently hitting 900 yards with it, the same bullet. So, I mean, it works. But I seen it 50 BMG all the way down to, I think it was like 223 or 9 millimeter.
It's going to be cheaper in the future. Yeah.
Is it as accurate as the Hornady ELD round?
Well, a gun guy says it will theoretically be theoretically more accurate than brass.
That's pretty awesome.
They got a lot of claimings on it, so obviously they've been testing it for a while. So I definitely, when it comes out, I'm going to be doing a lot of tests on it. But another thing I was looking at too was that 277 Fury cartridge. That was pretty interesting as well.
Welcome back, Jack.
Has a military I knew there were military trials right now with a few cartridges. Wow.
That would be nice, though. You figure those guys got to carry that many rounds around.
Yeah. I mean, it's really, this case only weighs, I think, 18 grains empty, which is nothing.
277 series, the new Swig. Oh, I heard about that round.
Yeah.
That's got this. Show that again, Kenny. It's got a brass bottom, right? Why is the microphone doing that?
I don't know.
Is that me?
No, I think I don't know who it is. No, try it. I'm going to mute Ray real quick. It might be me. Chest 1 2, test 1 2.
No, you sound good.
Wasn't me. Let me mute me and Ray talk.
I'm here.
Yep, I can hear you.
Yep.
Uh-oh. I think it's Ray.
I hit $1,000 with the ELD load of with the 30-06.
There we go.
Nice. We got to put that up for you, buddy. A&A, buddy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Steel case.
How does that? It must just be glued in or something.
Dude, I don't know. I mean,
that's crazy.
It's that PFM that they use. Pure freaking magic to make this thing work.
It's Ray. Oh, Ray's gone. Yeah, he's got some pretty shady. Ray needs headphones. Ray needs better internet is what he needs.
That sucks, man.
Actually, I'm surprised he even can join on. Sometimes the internet's pretty bad.
Sonic Welded. That's
Ah, what does that
he
even
knows a
mean?
lot about this, you know.
He
And
says he
yeah,
knows a lot. He knows
yeah,
knows the main guy.
and he's right because it does. The bullet is adhesed onto the case. That's how it uses. That's how it retains his. It doesn't have bullet setback. Very, very unique case, and it works, man. I mean, I first-handedly seen it, so
So they were giving that stuff away at SHOT Show, huh?
not really.
Oh, you stole it.
They were giving away the case, these advertisement cases.
Oh, you loaded it up.
Yes. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I got some
Got
super
it.
data.
Did they have some in 6.5 Creedmoor?
Yeah, they had it there at the True Velocity booth. So there's boxes of it.
I need a gift card to send to me. I'm gonna try some out.
Yeah, they're supposed to come out with this one. The Sierra is supposed to have these in the market. I think around, I believe they said July or June. One of those will have it available. It's going to be kind of pricey. You're looking for a box of 20. I think they said like $38. So,
Wow.
but,
Lakeview Outdoors says that the Sig Fury has 9 less feet of drop than the 6.5 Creedmoor at 1,000. I think he commented on one of my videos on that because I remember hearing the exact same thing. Maybe it wasn't him, but I think it might have been.
it said it has more power at 1,000 yards than the Creedmoor. You know, after a lot of the ammunition manufacturer claimings, like for instance, the Legend came out saying they have all of this power at X amount of distance, it kind of goes to show you really just got to put it to the test and not believe the media. Because yeah, I mean the Fury is leaving at like 32 or it's in the 3,000 FPS for sure. And speed does equal power. So
140 gram bullet at 3,000 feet per second.
All right.
Yeah.
The 277 Fury, the cartridge itself really interests me because it's one of those calibers that are kind of taking off. The 277, they have a lot of like hunting projectiles, but they're starting to get into the ELR style projectiles, the ELD style projectiles. So we'll see what happens with that cartridge. I'm not really too excited about Sig's rifle though. I didn't really like the way it felt when you were cocking the bolt.
I don't even think I've heard a lot of people talking about that, but I don't even think I've seen the rifle yet.
It looks gosh, I can't compare it to anything. It's unique. It has its own style.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have to.
Now it's a bolt gun, right?
It's a bolt gun. It has like a really short throw, like a 45-degree bolt throw, 3-lug bolt. It's got a weird locking system. So, but it cocks on bolt up. So it's weird. So when you fire around, when you cock on bolt up, it has this weird feeling to it. I don't like it, and I could see a lot of problems with it. As far as when you're prone or something, you're trying to re-engage the shot. You know, you got to really kind of manhandle it.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, I have to check it out. Hey, quick question for you. So, do you also do? Can you turn a 223 into a wild?
223 Wild. That's just a chambering made from Bill Wild.
No, but can you change it to run 5.56?
Like a 223 barrel, a dedicated 223 barrel. And that's if it's not rated for 5.56, I'd stay away from shooting that through that barrel.
No, it's a Lothar Walther. It's a big old heavy barreled 24-inch stainless barrel. Okay. But when I was buying everything back in the day, well, this gun's probably 20 years old. It's that one I shot 1,000 yards with. It's a great rifle, but I had bought it as a 223 because I wanted, at the time I was thinking I was going to get accuracy from running the 223 over the 5.56. But now with reloading and
oh gosh.
Well, see, I had bought. Let me grab them because I can't remember.
I'm not too savvy. I haven't loaded 223 in a while, but correct me if I'm wrong, anybody in the side chat. I think the 5.56 has a longer free bore area that allows higher pressure.
See, I bought this stuff. I bought 1,000 rounds of this. This 500 or 1,000 rounds because I wanted the 75 grain boat tail hollow point match.
Okay.
For Hornady, because we were basically reloading this stuff. But the problem is it won't cycle in the rifle that I wanted to use it in. So for that DMR match, or the DMR, I had to run my 3-gun rifle. So yeah, I need to rechamber it. I need to get it rechambered for 5.56 so I can run both. And it's definitely strong enough. It's a heavy bull barrel. And
yeah, I mean, Luth Walther, that's the barrel manufacturer I'm working with right now. They produce AR barrel blanks, and I'm going to be making 358 Legend barrels out of their barrel blanks.
Okay.
Basically. Rechambering it, I almost wonder if you could almost hand ream it. I don't know if you ever look up that method of hand reaming with a free floating hand reamer with the barrel off. You build a hand ream that section because you're only taking off a little bit of material.
Yeah, it's just so accurate. I don't want to do it and screw it up.
Well, that's the cool thing with the hand reaming. It takes quite a bit of force, honestly, to actually start getting metal to come out. Even on a lathe, you turn the lathe off, and I'm trying to hand ream the final thousands of pass. It takes quite a bit of spinning the chuck until you actually get that metal removed. So the hand reaming kind of just gets that little bit of metal that you need.
Yeah, so I need to open the throat a few thousandths. Yeah, this rifle, I love this rifle, so I don't want to jack it up. I'll have to send it to a professional.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I can't send it to you. It was a California gun, though. I bought it like 20-something years ago.
Oh, shoot.
It shoots nice. 10-inch steel at 1,000 all day long with that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to shoot that ammunition, I'd definitely, what a gun guy said, you'd stick with 223 pressures just for safety.
Yeah, the problem is trying to find ammo. Well, that's not true. Black Hills makes some stuff, and I could just reload, I guess. I'm getting lazy in my old age.
Armory and Axis is wondering how soldering.
Nice.
These bad boys.
Oh, I like the logo on there. It looks good.
Yeah, thanks. The little target cameras, I'm making a bunch as I can.
That's cool.
I
seen that video a while back when you were kind of tweaking with them still, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, they seem to work pretty good. 1080p quality, frames per second are not high, but if you're looking at just trying to see your bullet holes on the paper or impacts or whatever, it's going to do good,
Yeah. Well, no, and that's kind of like that one target we have at 700. You have to go up this big old steep embankment to get to the 700 yard.
Right.
Be kind of nice to see have a camera up there, but
nobody
wants to walk up there.
Right. Yes. So I'm building these target cameras just for that reason, for folks that don't have to walk back and forth for load development. Very cheap, $50, and you got something that works. It's a lot cheaper than those damn target cameras and hell of a lot better. The
Kenny Cam.
It runs on an Arduino, so it has the version I've been working with. This one right here actually I can hook up my antennometer, and it'll actually read wind direction and speed and display it on the screen. And I'm building I probably got to get a hold of SoCal. He's the one that's going to probably help me on this, but I'm building a Wi-Fi based router, like a Wi-Fi bridge repeater. You set up on the shooter side with a Yagi antenna. It'll pick up the camera at, I'm hoping a mile. I'm trying to get out past that, and you'd be able to run it on your phone or iPad. So
yeah. Hey, gun guy says, whatever happened to a good spotting scope?
Shoot. Welcome to the 21st century, man.
Yeah. Well, the worst thing
scope,
when
digital.
you're shooting, you ask your spotter, where did I hit? And he's like, I don't know.
No, I'm
like,
getting off technical now. I got my FPV camera, my long range. That's one I use once in a while when I get out to 2 miles. It has an a directional microphone, 360 directional microphone. So I got my Bluetooth on as Ear Pro. I got my truck on as well. And when it impacts the dirt, I can hear exactly where it is in correlation to where that camera is.
oh, you can tell like left ear, it's on the left side. That's cool.
I can literally tell it's like left ear and it's like just behind the camera or just left of it or just right. So if you're trying to spot, and if you're out there shooting by yourself and you don't have a spotter, I mean, honestly, that's the best tool you could have.
Well, that's what a gun guy was saying, is I'll get a new spotter, but sometimes you don't have a spotter.
I'm trying to hire one out here. If someone get out here in this 120-degree weather, it's kind of rare to find somebody that want to do that.
Yeah, they're like, you want to do what in the middle of the desert with 110 degrees? Yeah. I'm going to go eat an ice cream and sit inside in the air conditioning while you're out.
Exactly. That's exactly what they say to me. You're like, why? You know?
You damn crazy.
So, yeah, it works good. I think a lot of it really helps me out with my long range shooting is the fact that I'm actually filming it. So if I just don't know exactly where my shots are going, I can stop the camera, rewind it, and I can review the footage.
Yeah.
There.
Well, it's good kind of for a YouTube channel because then you got that on video, you know.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that helps for someone that's not doing YouTube. They still need to know where the shot is, but when you can make it actually go on a film somehow.
Right. Yeah. A lot of it's not magic. I mean, it's a lot of frustration involved. When you go out there on a challenge, you got 20 bullets. You're like, okay, 2,000 yards, wind's perfect. I got my dope right here. Dial it up. First shot, you're like, where the hell does the shot go? You know, you don't see anything. Second shot, you go 5 shots in, you don't know where your bullets are. It's a great tool to have, a camera down there.
Jack Miller says my spotter is 8. He's not that good.
Jack, I'm with you too.
I don't blame you. You know what though, man? Those young guys sometimes they can pull off some good stuff. What's Covina Dodge? How you doing, buddy?
You're not kidding.
Covina.
My youngest kid, or my oldest kid, he's 8 years old, and I think he can outshoot me already.
So he shoots well. Some videos. What was I going to say?
Yeah.
Oh, nope, I forgot. What the hell was it? I had it and then I lost it. Oh, that's right. Remember that challenge? It wasn't so much a challenge, but I was doing that sniper test thing. Remember with the 1-inch circle after 4 minutes of working out? Did you ever try that?
No, I need to try that, man. I've been working on. I got to try that. 1,000 yards, I'm going to try that. You actually just
1,000 yards? No, 100 yards.
100 yards? Okay.
It's got to be inside of a 1-inch pasty. Yeah, okay. I had a brain fart. But it cannot break the edge of the paper. It's got to be inside the 1-inch.
Okay, at 100 yards.
Yeah,
I'll try it this weekend. I'll do it this weekend.
You gotta do 4 minutes of running or something to get your heart rate way up, and then you got 60 seconds from then. So you basically throw your rifle on your mat, you know, put the tripod legs down, have your mag but not in it. Okay. And then after the 4 minutes, then you get 60 seconds from then to shoot. It's fun. I've been trying. I haven't done it since those last 2. So I've only done it twice. And I'm getting a little bit better, but I'm not within the pasty yet.
So is it what's the challenge called? That way when I do the video, I'll title it that.
I don't know. You can call it whatever you want. It's basically I'm not even supposed to say it officially, but I think it's basically like a law enforcement sniper test.
Okay.
But there's a lot more to the test, but I haven't got past that part. This is, if you don't hit it, you have to wait 6 months to requalify again for a certain organization / department, and it has to be a cold bore shot.
You know, it's funny when you say cold bore. There's a lot of folks, you know, including me. I got rifles that won't shoot into that sub-minute MOA until it's warmed up. So
I think that's how my Tika is, because My last one I did a cold bore shot. I didn't do any of the running because I wanted to see if it was my heart rate and everything, or if it was the barrel. And
Right.
I am 2/10 down and 1/10 over at 100. So
Huh.
I'm gonna try next time I do it. I'm gonna try to dial it in. Oh, and what Ray does too. So when you're running around, he jacks up like your parallax and your freaking all your shit. So when you show up, you're all, what the hell? So within that 60 seconds, you got to
You
make
got
sure everything's on. So
okay, yeah, that's cool. I could do that. I got my son messing with my scope and everything.
yeah.
Yeah, that actually sounds really fun. I actually been messing around with getting my cold bore shots down dead on point, and a lot of it's to do with that HBN coating. I've been messing around with that for a while now. It's that hex boron nitride on the bullets.
So talk about that a little more because I'm completely lost.
Okay, hex boron nitride almost looks kind of like this the dry case lube, whatever, that white stuff.
Okay.
Actually, this is what I have. It is what it is. I have it in this case right now. But I put it into a little jar of bullets with steel ball bearing BBs, and I shake them up in there. All it takes is a little teaspoon of that, and you throw 10, 15 bullets in there, shake them up, and it makes the surface super, super slick. And we use it for machinery. Back when I was doing tool and die, I was a tool and die maker. It keeps the drill bits nice and cool. So theoretically, it keeps the bullets lubricated, and your first round impacts, or your first round shots should have the same velocity, thus reducing your point of impact shift on a cold bore. And I have done some testing. I got empirical evidence that it does help big time. At 100 yards, I'm noticing my point of impacts are almost dead on as far as a warmed up barrel versus a cold barrel. So,
and that's just from the lubricity, I guess.
Yeah, it's almost like the molly coating, but just a better version of it. You don't have to really foul up your barrel with it. You probably shoot about. I noticed it really helping out right after I shot like 20 rounds of the hex boron nitride bullets. Then I went back out there like 10 hours later, or the next day, and did the same test, and I noticed my shots, same powder charge, same bullets, they're impacting right on point of aim, right on my zero. So it's just a really slick coating, and you can't really notice it. You'll see like a little haze or tint dusting on the coating on the bullet. But you go to pick it up, if you're hand loading it, that bullet's gonna fall around in your hands.
So is it a powder like a dry?
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it for the dry lube. It's that, but it starts with a P. It's almost like that, but it's a lot more slicker.
Wow. What is that shit called?
I know, I can't think of it either. I'm brain
farting. You put it like in screens and stuff, or like stuff that's gonna squeak, like keyholes in there.
It's not graphite. It's that Pyrex.
Yeah, like graphite. Is it powdery like graphite?
It's powdery like graphite, but a lot finer. Hell of a lot finer.
Oh, here, check this out. Jack Miller says that his Tika won't shoot worth crap until the barrel is warm. I tell you what, that thing, when it is warm, is freaking shoots lights out. But that first cold bore shot is off. Actually, I got so here is the second shot. Where the hell is it at? But the first round bullet was right here. This is a staple hole, but it was right here.
Yeah.
So that's how
shot too. It's the same thing where the metal doesn't expand and it changes your headspace and all of that thermal expansion and crap. It just gets too scientific. I don't even want to go there. But yeah, I still can't explain it why cold bore shots don't work. I do know that if you have a really heavy, rigid barrel, I got a Palmer barrel back there that's a 1-inch muzzle. At point of impact on cold bore doesn't move at all. It's the same no matter what. So I'd probably use that rifle.
You're probably cheating then, is what you're saying? I'm just kidding.
Technically, yeah. I mean, it's just an advantage.
Hey, if you got it, use it. No, that's cool.
Well,
but it is a cold bore shot, and it is the reason why it has to be in that circle, the 1-inch circle, is I'm pretending to be a sniper. I get called out, right? So I'm running, I'm climbing stuff, I'm getting to a rooftop or whatever you want to call it. Basically, elevated heart rate. Now I only get one shot, right? I basically got a hostage situation, and I got to hit the tee box of the bad guy. So it has to be in the 1-inch. So the bullet.
It makes sense what you said in that video too. You know, the first shot's the one that counts in a hostage situation, and that's just getting to know and being acquainted with your firearm, knowing what it does, and also knowing your surroundings and how to actually take all that information in.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool. It's a fun thing for me because I've failed twice now. So right now I'm in the batter's box. I got 2 strikes.
Well, if you're noticing a pattern that your rifle shoots that same exact spot first shot, it's almost like, okay, well, I've got to come up X amount next time and see what it does.
Well, see, and I had asked Ray this, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on it as well. Okay, so I showed you where the bullet hits, right? It's right here. Now, let's say that is 2/10 down, or I need to come up 2/10, and I need to come right 1/10.
Okay.
Call out 0, right? So say I'm at 100 yards. My next time around, I dial in 2/10 and 1/10. I shoot it. I hit inside the 1-inch, right? I basically can move on to part 2 of this test that I have no idea what the next part is. So now, let's say it's 300 yards or 500 yards. So at some point, and I can't remember what Ray said exactly, but there's going to be a difference if I shoot 500 yards. So in order to get my 0, say that's my 0 now, 2/10 right, 1/10 up, or 2, you know what I'm saying? So at 500 yards, I think I need to calculate that into whatever my dope set at a warm barrel. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, he's talking about calculating for the spin drift at 500 yards. I mean, it's very nominal. I think the biggest thing is exactly what you said, is the dope. I mean, you got different time of the day and different barometric pressure is going to really change your point of impact too. So it's just like, it goes back to the whole mentality of being prepared as a sniper. If you're in that situation, do you really know
but if you ran all the calcs, I did all the environmental factors and all that shit, distances, yardages, and all that stuff. Yeah, see, a gun guy saying it's not a linear result. And that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out is, okay, now say I had to make a shot at 500 yards, you know, and obviously it's not going to be this. I mean, maybe Ray could do that, but not me. But I'm like, okay, so say I had to make that shot at 500 yards, which most sniper stuff, like police officer stuff's probably within 100 or so anyways. They're on the next building over, whatever the case is, per se. But I'm like, if I calculated all that in, put in all the environmentals, whatever the thing was, and then added the 2/10 plus the 1/10, like I wonder if it would do it, but I don't know. So, and gun guy saying it's not a linear thing. So I'd like to kind of know at some point I either have to get rid of it. Like a spin drift on that Tika, I'm at 700 yards, I'm at 3/10 left, unless the wind's doing something crazy. But the just for spin drift on that 6.5.
Yeah, and he's 100% right. And I don't even notice spin drift until I'm out to like 1,200 plus yards, honestly, on a 6.5 Creedmoor. So, yeah, I mean, I would just see what it does. I guess that's the only way to really know what your rifle is doing, is just go out there and keep flying it out to 500 yards in a cold bore. Sub MOA, I know it's doable. It's just how repeatable is it? You know, you keep doing.
Well, yeah. See, that's kind of, and it's just me learning the gun. I mean, I've only owned the gun for a month.
Right. Yeah. And there's a lot of factors to it, because you start talking about how you position your rifle, how you handle it, and if you're preloading or not. I mean, I personally don't preload my rifle. I have my rifle set up to recoil a certain way. So I don't know. Everybody's different. I definitely would love to try this out and see what it does.
Bryson, you got to do that. You got to try that. I think we're going to try to get over there. I don't know if Bryson's working tomorrow or not. We're going to try to get over to VOD tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be
Go
cool.
shoot some distance. So
Yeah, a lot of the guys out there.
Full bore shot, no exercise, and I'm gonna try the 210s and 110s, see what happens.
That'd be cool, man. Yeah, I look forward to that video.
Yeah, it's fun. He's loving the bolt gun now. He's
Right.
yeah, it's fun. I mean, I really enjoy it. I haven't even brought. Well, I shot an AK today and a couple other things, but I've been just jonesing over using the bolt gun.
Right.
Oh, Bryson's sick. Get over that flu, buddy. You got a competition coming up here shortly. 53 years is all guns are different.
Learn the firearm. Yep, he's exactly right. Every firearm is different. He's got to know what it does. The only way you're going to learn, man. That's why I don't really laugh. I don't say laugh, but when I go to Ben Avery a few times and I see these guys out there with these freaking $20,000 rigs, I'm seeing them struggle at 1,000 yards, and I look over and they're just complete assholes when you talk to them. They're like gun snobs. You try to give them. You try to give you pointers, and you look at you. They look at my rifle and a $300 scope, and the first thing they say is, "Oh, you don't know what you're doing." And that's the kind of people I deal with over there.
Go watch this. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. So and that's the funny part. It's like, okay, what the heck, man? You're spending a lot of money, but you're obviously not practicing with your rifle. And that's the biggest investment that you could do with your rifle is to go out there with what you got. It could be a damn deer rifle and a TC compass or whatever, and do a 1,000-yard shot and see how repetitive you could do that. He's got to get out there and actually practice.
Adamas brings up a good point. Hunting is almost always a cold bore.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What did Bryson say here? He said, "Do you find it funny on how I get a shot off in the first 20 seconds? Most guys are taking 2 to 3 minutes to get shot off. That's thanks to 3-gun. Yeah, for sure. He's a great 3-gunner. You can't buy skill, A&A says. That is true. That is true. There is a difference having the right gear, though, or something that's close to the right gear.
You can have the right gear, but you got to have the right skill, or basically the right experience behind the gear too. That's the thing. You know, you're not going to be able to use that gear's potential until you know what that thing could do. That's why I've been working up slowly. I've been working up. You see the rifle. My logo, for instance, is that CB Life scope. It's a $30 scope. But folks that have been following my channel for a long time know that I've been taking that scope out to 1,600 yards, almost a mile, with a $35 scope. So
that's awesome.
This is a show that is doable. Then as I progress, I start really noticing, okay, what my money needs to be invested in. And for one was, of course, a scope. So I got an SWFA, and we all know the SWFA's track amazing. And I've been rocking that for the longest time. So, you start learning what you really need in order to get to that next level. Not just
I think for sure the glass is more important than the rifle, really.
Right. Yeah. They always say you should be spending either as much as twice as much as the glass for the rifle, or as much as for the glass for the rifle. That saying, but the biggest.
And the good thing is, I consider it a huge investment, right? So they're expensive, but you can take it and put it on your next rifle. You can take it and put it on your next rifle. Once you have it and you learned it, you can keep it.
But that's the thing. You're not out there buying all this expensive material and then letting it sit in the safe. You're actually practicing with it. So that's the key factor to it, is buying a really good setup, but actually going out there and practicing with it. That's how you're going to get better and how to use that equipment.
Yeah, I got 250 rounds of 6.5 all loaded up and ready to rock.
Right.
I don't want to be like someone calls me up and says, "Hey, let's go shooting," and I'm like, "Oh, I can't. I have to load up some rounds." I don't like being that guy.
Wes Venus says a heavy, inconsistent trigger with a gritty creep and strong, painful recoil is the best training. He's talking about that Martini Henry, and he can shoot that damn Martini Henry pretty damn good. So I give him that. Yeah. When he ever comes back out here, West Covina, dude, we got to take that martini out to 1,000 yards just to say that I shot a martini at 1,000.
A heavy emphasis. That's awesome. That would be a cool little video.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's good people, man. If you ever get to meet him.
West Covina. He's I'd say 2 hours from my work, probably.
No way.
Yeah, West Covina. That sounds about right. I don't know. Maybe WTF's still on here. He would know.
Right.
Honestly, I get on a plane, I land, I get a shuttle to work, I stay at work, I stay in my little circle of area I need to be in.
Right.
I leave, I go to the airport, I get the hell out. I don't go driving around anywhere, so I don't remember how long it takes to get to anything anymore. And you know what's crazy is it could be a 20-minute drive on a normal like Saturday. It'll take you 3 hours.
Right.
On a weekday, depending on traffic. So it's
I freaking hated that 91. I know exactly what you're saying.
See, I don't know where Sunland's at. I'm in near Temecula. I don't know if you know where that is, West Covina.
Yeah, you should. He knows.
Warsaw Patriots out there.
Nice. Yep. Well,
hey, buddy. Yeah, I can't wait for Bryson and Ray to shoot that match. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Dude, I saw. You know what? The match you guys were actually using that rope climbing skill, whatever. That was pretty cool. I mean, I can't even think the last time I climbed a rope. So.
Yeah, those guys. I climbed a rope. We were testing. I was going to go do that match, but I was working that day. So I missed that one, but I did do the DMM the week after with Ray and Matt and a few guys, and that was fun. We got to run around and carry pails and shit. The longest stage was 1 minute long. You had to do so much stuff within 60 seconds. There was one stage that was only 3 seconds long. It was crazy. So,
wow, that could be stressful.
There was one stage I didn't even shoot the rifle. I was like, dang it. But that's why I've been practicing.
Yeah. That's one thing I need to get more involved in is a lot more matches. So I've done a couple of local PRS matches here, but they're really weird. I don't know what the deal is. It's just they're the older guys. I mean, they're pretty old. I help out once in a while at local range. They do railgun shooting. I don't know if you know what railgun shooting is.
Say it again. Oh, railgun shooting? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, these guys are like, you look at the history, some of these guys are like programming missiles and stuff back in the military days. So they got a lot of experience.
Now, I heard they're loading the ammo there.
Yeah, they load their ammo there.
Yeah.
So I've been noticing and kind of really taking in a lot of their hand loading skills and information. One of the guys here that's known for in the cast bullets form, Larry Gibson, I've been going out with him. He goes to the railgun matches as well. And that's the guys that load their ammo there. I'm noticing they don't ever clean the cases. They just wipe it off with denatured alcohol. And I've implemented that with my reloading load development. It's really helped out quite a bit.
Not cleaning the internal part?
Yeah, like, they don't anneal the cases until, like, if it's brand new like a brand new piece of brass, they'll fire form it, get it. They would clean the carbon off the outside of it. They'll leave the carbon in the neck. And they got a special arbor style resizing die that gets like the neck tension down to like 0.002 thousandths or 200 thousandths of an inch, barely nothing. The bullet, you could get the bullet and actually thumb seat the bullet. That's how. Wow. These guys are like out of.
It's not going to be in there very long, so.
These guys are like so freaking ADD on how they reload cases, but they don't allow any filming. That's the weird thing. They don't want anybody with cameras or any of that.
That's because they don't want nobody to steal their tricks.
I guess, but I'm sitting there I sat there in 3 matches. I've soaked up so much information just watching these guys, and they got these crazy wind birds, and they got like, I seen Snoopy with like a little flag on there. You know, he's flying an airplane. You know, this little
Yeah.
these. They just take their lawn items and they bring it to the range. That's what they do. That's how they read the wind. It's pretty unique. So
I had someone comment on one of my videos about gluing a piece of string, just like a, you know, like a piece of string about this big to the front of, I think the handguard, basically. So as you're sitting there, even though there's really no wind, you're thinking in your head, you know, it's kind of just giving you an idea of what's really going on. I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. The only problem is like I was thinking the string would probably fall off after the first, because you want to use like a real thread, like not something heavy, not a big old 1/2-inch rope, you know, like something really light.
yeah.
And then let's see, Adamus. Hopefully I'm saying this right, Adamus. Do you feel your shots as much as you sight them? Do you feel your shots as much as you sight them? You understand what that's about?
Do I feel my shots as much as I sight them? Like, what's he mean? Like when I take that shot, do I feel like where I know where it goes, or?
I don't know. That's what I was asking.
Yeah. Yeah, neck dive. Yeah, those guys, yeah. And you'll get a lot of frack. I mean, I've done a little test like video to kind of be arrogant about how I resize brass. I did it just for one reason, to pull out Eric Cortina on his old video. I did that video, and sure enough, that thing went crazy. And I got a lot of bad comments. So
on which one?
I made a video that says stop bump sizing. And I'm never like that. I just made it just to be funny. See if I can
Brian Marks, what's up, buddy? Brian, I am shooting the Gen 6, the Lyman. I'm shooting. I'm using the Lyman Gen 6. That was the one Ray gave me. And it works well. I used it last night. Was it last night? To load up some 223. So worked well. Yeah, what powder, what are you using for powder scale and trickler?
Right there.
Which model is that?
That is the old school WowWee scale from Amazon.
Okay. Yeah, I had the Frankfurt Arsenal, the one similar to that.
Yeah.
You should send me like 5 different samples, and I'll weigh it and tell you how close they are.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I've been documenting my reloading. And for what I do in my target engagement, 24 by 24, and looking at my chrono numbers, I'm able to get single digits every single time in chrono readings on my load development.
Then you're on the mark then.
Yeah, so it's like up to the point to where I don't really see the need and necessary to go with the Sagittarius scale and get that accurate with my powder measure. I think there's a hell of a lot more, I guess, variables in your brass and how you reload than adding that point, that 1/100th of a grain. I mean, that is very nominal than comparing to looking at a bullet and actually measuring the bullet's case or the bottom of the bullet to the ogive of the bullet. That little bit of deviation could set the bullet further into the case and cause a hell of a lot more velocity deviation than 100th of a grain.
We have noticed though one kernel, like a one kernel, like in a is about 10 feet per second.
Yeah. I've tested that too, and I didn't really notice that as much. I've even shot a 10-shot group with a 5 grain difference in powder charge, and I still got a 1/2-inch group with the .308 rifle. So for my engagement and my target that I'm needing, I don't need. I mean, if I'm within 10 feet of a second, 10 feet second, round shot for shot, then I'm good enough for what I need to do.
Yeah.
So that the 1 grain of 1 kernel of powder. And there's been a couple of videos on YouTube that tested this as well. They had like the Prometheus scale versus the Sagittarius versus RCBS Chargemaster. And they came to the conclusion that there is 0 difference with their reloading.
See, and we're not crimping the neck on the 6.5 at all.
No, yeah, you don't want to crimp. It's all neck tension. Neck tension is the biggest factor. Neck tension and concentricity on your hand loads are, I think, and also your bullet seating, case volume. Those, I'd say 4 things really affect how your bullet's going to perform downrange.
Now, are you turning your casings?
On my custom chambered barrels, yes. My 308's tighter. I ran that with a Dave Manson reamer that's spec'd a hell of a lot tighter. And I turn my necks down to 12 thousandths. And with all factory rifles, I don't turn my necks at all. I use the Lee collet die. I annealed cases, and the collet die would actually swage the neck uniform. I measured it with the micrometer or the ball mic, and it's getting the cases pretty close to the same diameter.
Okay. A gun guy asked, are they measuring bullet pull?
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted. What is it that came out with it? The annealing made perfect. They actually came out with a new machine it measures bullet seating force on a scale. I really want to get that for testing.
So when you're seating the bullet, it'll tell you how many pounds it's going in.
It's all graphed too on the computer, so it'll tell you your.
Oh, it's in its computer.
Yeah, dude, it's all high tech. Yeah, so as you see the bullets, so if you seat like 15 bullets in your ladder charge, you got everything perfect. And the last thing to do is seat the bullet. You can see it on the graph which bullet seated a little bit funky, and you can cull that from the group. And in theory, if you have everything as uniform as possible, including your bullet seating concentricity and your bullet seating force, it should give you better performance. So, bullet pull, I have yet to even played with that either. I've been playing, messing around little by little with the advanced techniques. But.
Yeah, I'm fairly new to reloading, especially rifle cartridge. Pistol I've been loading for a long time, but this whole rifle thing's new to me, so I don't know all the crazy stuff. But you got Brian Mark says, I started using expander mandrel to set neck tension rather than with the die as my ES and SD improved.
Yeah, well, and that's the biggest thing I could tell folks that want to see improvement right away with their precision reloading is, for one, do not use that damn decapping pin and expander ball. Get that freaking thing out of there. Use a regular decapping pin, and you're going to want to use, I like using a Lee collet die, and for the full-length sizing die, I use a Redding full-length sizing bushing die, but I remove the bushing, and I use a collet die to bring the neck back to tension. So the number one thing to do is upgrade your full-length sizing die to a bushing style die and remove that ball expander. That's because that actually, I've seen it, and I got it notated, every single one, including this one, it causes concentricity issues.
What's it doing to the neck? Is it expanding it too much, or what's the ball doing?
Yeah, what happens is the bottleneck cartridge come up in there, go around the expander ball, and then after that, it has to go into the neck portion, so it gets tapered back down. And as it gets pulled back down, it's going to go through the expander ball again and get pushed out again. So, and the pin is aligned to the primer hole. So as it gets pushed up, your primer hole could be offset a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's drilled a little bit offset. Some cases like that. It's not 100%. And what happens is that as you push it up through the expander ball, the whole expander ball and depriming pin assembly is canted a little bit. So it kind of pushes the brass off to one side or not, and you start getting concentricity issues.
Okay, so like I just switched to running neck, basically just the neck.
Yeah.
On this one, I bought this set. It's not, but it has the just the call it neck sizer with the decapping pin.
I like using a collet neck sizer, but if you're going to use that specifically and not full length size, you'll see performance. But what would happen after like the third or fourth firing, you're gonna get a stuck case, and you could possibly break your extractor. So, I mean, I use kind of the hybrid method. I kind of full length size my cases, but I size right at headspace, and then.
Oh, see, it doesn't have the ball on there. So is that what I'm looking for? Yeah. Basically,
here's a Redding die right here. This is 6x 6x45. This has a damn expander ball. Oh, yeah, I see. As you can see, it has that expander ball right there, right?
Yeah.
You can remove this. This on Redding dies, they have it where you don't have an expander at all. It's like a knurled straight cap that allows just the D primer to be in there.
So what brings the neck back? Just the wall of the case of the die?
If you're using a bushing die, you'll have a bushing that you could buy that you basically you buy to the spec of, let's see, how do I explain
Oh, I
this?
know what you're talking about. We actually talked about this the other day, me and Ray. You
Yes,
have to buy the right size one for what you want, right?
Yeah, so you get a.
It's basically this thing, right?
Yeah,
where it's got the size on it.
Yeah, it has. It's a little bushing. It looks like a little. I need to grab one. How you get the right bushings? You get one of your cases that you've been reloading, and you measure the outside diameter. And if you want 2/1000 neck tension, you want to get the bushing at spec 2/1000 from that diameter. And you got to account for brass spring back and all that. So there's a lot more to it. Usually, I just go by the 2/1000 rule, and I get about 1.5 to 2/1000 of neck tension.
Let's see. A gun guys asked, does it have the factory crimp die in the set? It has the well, let me tell you what it has. It has the full length decapper resize.
Yeah.
And then it has the bullet seating one, but it doesn't have the crimp in this. There's no crimp in this. But then there's this one. That's the Call It neck
That's
size.
the die I recommend. I swear by that freaking die because I have empirical evidence that
This
stuff.
one, see, I don't use this one because I don't do any crimp on that. 6.5.
So not that die. It's the I'm sorry, it's this thing. The Call It.
Oh yeah, this one.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the one I recommend for getting your neck back. And me having a lathe, I have the ability to actually make the mandrels.
Yeah, you do.
So I can make these little mandrels specifically and get the actual neck dimension.
Oh, to get it to what you want.
Right.
Yeah, you little ninja.
let me know. I'll hook you up.
Yeah, I'm just learning. I'm new.
Yeah, well, for what you're doing, I mean, you have the right setup. The expander ball would be, like I said, the one thing that don't use that damn thing, and then invest in a Redding body die or a Redding full length bushing die.
Okay. So you're saying earlier you had said like after your third time you're going to notice that it's going to be stuck in there. So you're. Yeah.
And that's what I noticed with a lot of my rifles and some of the ones I tested, because I've tested neck sizing, and besides what folks say, neck sizing does help out your accuracy. I mean, I've seen it right away on the first time actually neck sizing. But the downside to it is if you have a factory chambered rifle, the brass just expands way too far, and a neck sizing only allows just the neck to squeeze back. After a while, that brass being expanded to that same portion, it grips the chamber walls and it doesn't allow it to be released. So like usually around the third or fourth firing, you're gonna start really having extracting issues.
So I just need to run it through a full length after like the third.
Yeah, you gotta run it through a full length. So I kind of do a hybrid method where I take advantage of a cartridge that's fitted to the chamber, by full length sizing my brass and not allowing my shoulders to bump back. So I keep it at that same fire dimension, but I do size the body down. So I get rid of the friction, and I have the ability to extract the case still. So it's kind of like a hybrid between neck sizing and full length sizing.
Hey Kenny, can you talk for a few minutes while I go use the bathroom real quick?
Sure.
Or we can end this. I don't care either way.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go for a little bit.
All right, I'll be back. I just got to piss.
Yeah. Hopefully, a lot of this, I know it seems like a gun guy is very knowledgeable. I'd love to pick his mind. But I think I'm hoping we're not deterring some of you guys in the side chat there. if it's too much information. If you think you need all of that for long range, honestly, you don't. With what Rick has, that Lee precision die set, if you're just out there shooting 600 yards, 1,000 yards, you could get away with that die set and reload your ammo and get consistent results. So you technically don't need to do everything that we're doing, like turning necks. That's not needed. A kneeling brass, I would say, yeah, if you're gonna reload that same cartridge more than 6 times, definitely you're gonna want to kneel your brass after the 4th firing and every time. And as you can see here, I'm not really using a stupid expensive powder scale. I mean, this is a $10 powder scale, and I'm getting pretty good results for what I do. So, but it's all subject to people's opinion, and I'm just going off of what works for me. Let's see. Have I tried using HBN to keep the brass bullet lube? You know, that's a good idea. I think I should try that HBN, but that coating HBN is actually pretty expensive. You buy, I think, like a 2-ounce jar is like $40. But definitely something looking. I think mica works pretty damn good for sizing brass.
Thanks for doing that. I've been drinking all this sweet tea, and I'm like, man, I gotta go let some of the sweet tea out.
Yeah, yeah. And Brian really, you know, it's a nail in the head. It's a rabbit hole. You get down to this precision long range crap, and it's just more information after another, and it doesn't stop, dude. There's so much information out there, and it's ridiculous. And how do you say it? It's just, like I said, it's a rabbit hole. You keep going further and further, and there's not one best method out there. It's the method that's the best is the one that works for you. You just got to try them all.
And what's cool is after a while, when you think you get it, you'll end up getting a new rifle with a different caliber, and then you have to start all over again.
Yeah, exactly. Like the 7 SOM, it was kicking my butt for the longest time. Not just a new rifle out there. When the biggest thing is just not ever get a big head, because you go out to a range like I did the other day, and this old guy comes out there with an iron sight and just outshoots the hell out of me at 1,000 yards with an iron sight.
Wow.
So, you know, there's always someone better out there that can shoot better than you. Just know that. But keep humble and learn from that person, and you'll get just as good as them. So
makes sense.
Right.
It is cool. That's the one thing cool about this sport.
Right. Yeah, this guy, I think, what the hell was he shooting? It was a big freaking cartridge. I think it was a 6.5 by 284 Swede. An old military cartridge. And I set up a target at 1,000 yards, 24 by 24, and I got my 308 out. And yeah, I was tagging it, but I got 6 out of 10. That was pretty windy. And he got freaking 8 out of 10 with iron sights, the peephole.
Wow.
He had a peephole. That's all he was using. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude. Who are you?
He's probably shot 3 million rounds through that thing and has it dialed. You know what I mean? Just
oh gosh, yeah. He just knows his rifle, and it goes, and that's the thing. Listen to this guy's story, and there's actual history behind that rifle. It's actually been passed down for like 2 generations of his family. So it's like the guy just knows his rifle. That's all I can say. And it goes to show that you don't need the most expensive rifle. This guy's shooting an old military surplus and not shooting me at 1,000 yards with a custom built rifle, you know. So, and a scope. Yeah.
Give Brian some love here. Hope he does well at the PRS match on Saturday. Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
Shoot straight, my friend. Load that bipod.
Absolutely.
I have it written on my mat. I wrote it on my mat. Load bipod.
Right. You know, I thought about one day when I don't do it no more. I don't load my bipod. I actually have it to where it slides now. But I do have a rifle that loves it preloaded. And I wanted to build a bipod that had like a spring or something on there. And then you could see the pressure. It'll just like, you know, turn on a light or flag or something.
Yeah.
Preloaded.
That it's loaded. Yeah.
Yeah, it's loaded right. You know.
Hey, there's your next $1 million invention right there, buddy.
Yeah. I got to get one and get in first.
Yeah, I really try. You know, one thing has helped me a lot is when I'm using a shooting bag, I try to set it up where I'm like crunching it down instead of like floating it and squeezing the bag to get the right height.
Right.
Like where I'm like to get it to the right thing. So it's like easier than trying to sit there and squeeze it to the right height. Just that way I only have to push down. You know what I mean? That's make my groups even tighter.
And then, yeah, exactly what you're saying. I think one of the biggest factors that folks forget is you keep thinking about squeezing the bag and getting the rifle level. All of that subconsciously is messing your aim up. What you want to do is sit behind your rifle and pretty much be relaxed. You want to be able just to lay in your rifle and your crosshair is on it. And then all you got to really focus on is reading the wind and pulling the trigger.
Well, the one thing I notice is I don't read the wind. I'm not, you know, as I get into this rabbit hole, I need to do less magnification, more observation, and then either go zoom in a little more, whatever the case is, but see what I have going on. I'm not looking at mirages, and I'm skipping that step, and those are the things I need to like forcefully remember to do that I'm not right now.
Yeah, and that kind of goes back to what I was saying with being comfortable behind the rifle. If you lay down behind the rifle and you got like a rock hitting your knee and you just feel that rock, I mean, you're thinking about that the whole time.
Yeah.
You know? You're like, there's the rock's not bugging me, and that messes your shot up. Or if you're laying on the rifle and you're sitting there like, damn, I'm squeezing the bag and it keeps moving. Oh, I squeeze the bag. You're focusing on trying to squeeze the bag and then time your shot when you squeeze it. Well, that's going to mess your shot up too. You know, like I said, it's how I shoot it. You know, I get behind the rifle and I set my rifle up, and that's why it takes me a while before I even shoot. I'll start shooting a string. I make sure I'm comfortable. I get up, get back down on the rifle, make sure I lay down exactly the same way I lay down, and my crosshairs stay on target. And that's how I know, okay, I'm ready to take this shot or 1,000 yards or do the shooting string or whatever.
I haven't done or haven't even trained on trying to like, you know, I'm new to this. Like I keep saying it just in case new people are popping in, but you know, I'm really trying to make sure my feet are down and pointed out, you know, so that everything's as flat as possible.
Yeah.
And then like trying to not so much, I'm still holding my breath while I'm shooting, but I'm consciously like, you know, I'll exhale or inhale, but I'll be at one of those points. But I know there's people that can do it like in between and all this whole heart rate and all that crazy shit, but nothing, I'm not even anywhere near that. But like there's so much involved. It's crazy.
It is, man. You know, you got the old military guys, you know, I was trained that way as well, where you got to have your right leg up if you're right-handed. You put it up to your chest, that way you have that breathing area for your belly.
Yeah, I've heard that.
No, that didn't work. You know, you want it. For me, what I recommend the folks to try out, just try being square to the rifle. Exactly what you're saying. You know, have your feet out planted. But the biggest thing is being comfortable, and also what's even bigger than that is just being repetitive. So regardless of your stance, if you want to talk about someone that I watch your channel all the time, it's Mark and Sam after work. When Mark shoots, there's no form at all. You can't say that this guy is doing you know, he's laying wrong or he's not holding the rifle right. He shoots and he has his feet pointed down on the ground. Like he's just laying down, like reading a book. But the dude shoots a 6.5 Creedmoor, and he has a record that I know of. It's like almost 3,000 yards with a 6.5 Creedmoor. Guy knows how to freaking shoot. So
that's cool.
It all you know, really what it goes with is just repetitivity, and you know, how repetitive can you keep the rifle preloaded to exactly what it was before in the last shot? How do you keep your cheek weld? Is it the same as the last shot? And everything is the same. So you kind of just find your own mojo, you so to say. For me, I like being squared on the rifle and making sure my elbows are nice and squared. I got a nice buttstock right on my pocket, and I know where it is. I can feel if my rifle's off or not. And I got a thing on my cheek riser, a little dot, basically a little bump, and I can feel it on my cheek where it is when I lay my cheek down.
Nice.
So there's little things that I do just to help myself out when I'm out there, shooting. But you got to just kind of find your own niche,
Yeah, I was thinking it'd be kind of cool to like set up this wire where it comes around and touches you on the nose.
Yeah.
Just a little like, you got make it a little red nose on the end so you know where to.
Right. Yeah, the whole breathing thing. And that's why I lay all of my weight on the rifle. I don't really notice my breathing really taking effect because I'm not having to hold my bag or squeeze or anything. Everything is laid flat.
Down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I notice I do a lot better when I do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that where you're engaging different targets and you're supposed to be running quicker, but
right.
But I notice if I'm trying to do a nice group, I always get my best groups doing it that way.
Yeah.
Are you one of the guys that does the thumb over thing, or?
Yeah. I do this. I mean, I hold it where I barely even grip the pistol or the grip itself on the rifle. I just barely hit the trigger.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit different. That's just what works for me, I try all kinds of things. I'll go out there if I don't see something's working, I'll try something else. And of course, in a PRS match, it's all different. You just got to find. Honestly, the bags really help out what you're showing when you're doing the how to use the bag and sling. That was a really good video.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I bought those because we've been using them with Ray quite a bit, and I'm like, as I'm going, I've been trying to buy stuff little by little because those stupid bags are like $200.
I know, and I appreciate those videos, man. I really appreciate the honesty because there ain't videos out there that really show folks. Like for instance, I'm trying to get into PRS. I don't know what the hell to buy, so I'm using your experience and folks out there.
What's great about them is they're so light. Like they make other bags, but they're very heavy. And if you got to carry all this shit around for miles, especially like the ruck matches that I haven't done yet, but like Bryson will be doing and Ray, where you got to carry, all your junk with you. Like all that means a lot at, 10 miles into the thing. Like you could have sandbags made of lead shot if you want, but you're carrying that shit around.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm not there yet. I'm going to try to do this whole year of really trying to hone in on a bolt gun. And then I'd like to try some of that stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely love to, just kind of touch base to you guys and also Ray's opinion, kind of gear that I need. I know I'm building the rifle I'm building. It's going to be a 6mm, and I'm looking at a Howa mini action or even a 45-degree throw, even a Uinta Precision APR or UPR 15 upper. I'm probably considering that as well because it has a really short, bolt lift just to kind of speed things up, and it runs on an AR-15 mag or chassis basically.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, and that's for what? PRS?
Yeah, PRS. It's a big hit right here, and I have an F-class rifle that it was an embarrassment. That's why I didn't do a video. I took it out to the first PRS match. I got a lot of help, and I got a lot of crap too. But I told him, I was honest. I said, hey man, it's the first time you're running this. I just want to see how it runs. I'm just going to do what I can and not try to be super fast. But I ran an F-class rifle on a PRS match, and I didn't rank last. Well, thank God.
There you go. I'm always hunting for middle of the pack. I mean,
right, yeah.
I shot that DMM match, and I think it was 10th out of 21 or something. So I was right in the middle, and that was the first time. And I don't go there expecting to win. I go there expecting to smile and have fun and learn. Right. And I did that. But Bryson, you got to think you can have 30 miles with 50 pounds pack or 30 miles with a 70 pound. Take your pick. Bryson, just so you know too, but if you need my bags, I know Ray has one set. I don't know how you guys. If you need two, I got another set for you.
All right.
Just let me know so I can give them to Ray before the match.
And Brian says his Howard 1500 shoots half-inch out of the box. I heard that, man. A lot of folks are saying that. The Howard action is actually, it's a very interesting action. It's very upgradable, very easy to build too.
Yeah, he says it's 19 pounds.
Yeah.
Lever Guns 50. How you doing? Thanks for showing up. We're just talking. Huh?
He's got a cool channel too, man. You should see what he does with those. He has a lot of black powder rifles and lever guns. He does a lot of ballistics tests and jeans and stuff. Blows up water jugs and stuff.
For some of you guys that are new to the channel, and I'm only saying this, if you subscribe to me, I'll have it so I can come over and check out your channel and subscribe. So I'll just put come over in the comments section if you're new to the channel. So I know a lot of you guys been around for a while, but some of you guys are new. That way I can keep track. Check out some new channels. Yeah, because there's 3 new ones. There was ATF something. See, I already forgot. That's why I'm saying you gotta.
Yeah, ATF hydrographics.
Hydrographics. See, yeah, I can't remember that stuff. I gotta. Well, I'm almost 50. I forget stuff. That and I drank too many Pepsis out of aluminum cans back in the day. So my Alzheimer's is gonna kick in soon.
I'm thinking that's happened to me, man. I'm brain farting bad today. It's either that or a NyQuil I've been drinking the last week.
I almost spit up all over the freaking
computer. I was sucking out that cough syrup, man.
Hey, gun guys, this channel sucks.
Yeah. If you ever want to speed up the NyQuil time, you take a shot of tequila and you're out.
A little sleepy time.
Oh, yeah, man.
Kenny said it's always good to see you.
Yeah, the SHOT Show flu. That's what happened, dude. I don't know. I got mine like freaking 2 weeks later. That's when I got sick. So.
You got that coronavirus.
Hold on.
That's the new virus out killing.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna have to rejoin because my wife called me. So I'm gonna rejoin my phone. I can't hear now. I lost sound.
Oh, gotcha. To kill you virus.
Yeah, that's what it is. I stayed away from all the Asians except for me.
All the China people from China. We'll wait for old Kenny to show back up. But you guys having fun out there? I'm enjoying it. I've learned a lot in this chat. There's not going to be one person that wants to watch this. They're going to see 3 hours long, but there's a lot of good information I've learned. How about you guys? Any questions? Any questions for the Eagle Eye Master Gunsmith Reloader Camera Ninja?
I'm just like you guys. I'm no master on anything.
Soldering guy.
I'm just learning just like you guys. I just like to share whatever I learn.
No, I'm just having fun. They said take Lysol next time.
I had the it's a little jar that sanitizer wipes, man. So I was getting made fun of. I had it hanging right here along with my badge. So.
Well, you're supposed to be like laughing at them because you didn't get sick, but that didn't work. So.
Yeah, exactly. That was what was going to be my last laugh. It's like, you guys got sick and I did it, but nope, I got it.
That's right.
It's probably in the food, man. They got a cafe down there, and they serve like 3 types of food. I think that's where they're passing it off because they trap you there. You're there walking around. Of course, you're gonna get hungry.
Oh yeah, you got to eat.
Right.
Let's see. We got TB says, "Wow, hard to hold on. How hard is it to become a gunsmith?" See, I can only read TB's. I can read through his chattered comments.
As a certified gunsmith, I mean, you got to take a class. I'm not certified. I'm taking my tool and die background in making tool and die industry and kind of implementing it with, precision rifles. So
here's a good question that's pretty easily answered.
Yeah.
When putting scope rings on a pick rail, should they be flush against the front, the back, or does it matter? You want to push them all the way forward.
Right. Hold on, I gotta text management before she blows my phone up.
And then you actually want to torque them down to the right specifications too, if you have the ability. So depending on the manufacturer, between the scope mounts to the Picatinny rail or whatever you're going to mount it to, there is going to be a torque specifications, and then the rings are going to have a torque specifications for your scope as well, and that does mean a lot. Well, you can ask Eagle Eye; he does the same thing. So running torques. Now, if you don't have any torques, there can be pricey, but Borka makes a tool set out there.
Right. Wheeler makes a really good tool set. I was going to say, if you want to check the alignment of your rings, say for instance you got a 2-piece ring set, Wheeler has those. It has a lapping kit, a bar. It also has those alignment pins. So you can see the points. You see if your rings are off. So, and it's only like $50. So if you have a bunch of 30mm scopes or 34mm scopes, you have $50 investment for peace of mind that your scope's going to be centered.
Well, you know what? So these kind of rings here, right? So they basically slide in. This one clicks and turns to 90. And then there's this one here. What the hell's the camera? And you basically center this set off of it. These were a pain in the ass to get perfectly straight. Like,
right.
Because this is like an old hunting rifle. This is from that TCR, that Thompson Center rifle.
Okay.
But man, what a pain in the ass way of making this.
Yeah, those are the old school ones. Yeah, I think you're supposed to let everything kind of free float, and then you tighten the rings up. Once you have the scope tightened and leveled.
Because it has to be perfectly in line before you mount the scope.
Right.
Because you don't want to use the scope as your prying to get it right. You know, there's that new. Yeah, check those out.
Yeah, this is my friend's. I've been.
Is that the one out of Wisconsin?
Yeah, F3R machine.
Yeah, I shot those. Ray got a set of those. Those things are built like a brick shit house. And the cost of those is like half the price of a JP, a Geisley, any of those. Right. And that will outperform it.
Yeah. And I was going to say, if anybody's looking for a solid scope mount, you don't have to lap. My friend Cody, he used to work with me. He actually quit his job and went off to manufacturing these. So
that's a buddy of yours?
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, we got a set. Well, we didn't get a set. Ray got a set. And we mounted them up the other day, and it's a nice set. It's a really, really built. Ray actually talked to him about changing a couple things so that he could run the leveler deal.
Level, yes. I was hoping. I told Cody to get a hold of Ray because I know Ray has a lot of the high end stuff.
Oh yeah.
I really like the level he had, and I told him to get a hold of Ray because I know he has that level system where you can mount.
You know those 3 rain holes at the bottom?
Yep.
Of each side, yeah. So if he just tapped those,
right,
and and had them at the right, where the hell is the camera? At the right distance needed, it'd be perfect if the level would go right on there. And then also for the top ones. He hasn't built anything for it yet, but those top 2 set screws on the front.
Yeah, the top.
Yeah. So once he gets that set up, he can run the Raptor. But the problem with the mount right now, the Night Force one has like a thing that clicks in, which is really cool because it can't go off. It can't be off. So when it clicks in on the Night Force one for the Raptor mount, but then he'll be able to pull off all that precision rifle stuff for what people are needing and wanting for precision rifle stuff.
Yeah. And the really cool thing about that this is actually machined in one big ass block of aluminum. Everything is done in one big block.
Yeah. And show them the dimples where you can tell.
They're dot.
Yeah, there you go, right
There
there.
it is.
So you know which one mounts where. They're different. So the
Right.
front and the back are different. So you know that your front and your back
Right.
is
To
set up.
keep everything in line, because everything is line board, honed to exact measurements. You don't have to lap anything. But their dot matrix system is what he calls it, to where you know for sure this cap goes in that place, this
Yeah.
cap goes in there. And what it's meant for is if you torque down your rings, for instance, you got one screw seems to have a burr. Sorry.
Oh, that's you vibrating.
Yeah, my
You
bad.
gyrating. You got to. No, it's no work. No worry. Measured in grains. What's up? Lead bullet junkie. How you doing?
It just keeps everything where it's supposed to be. You don't have any weird.
It's a great mount. If you need a good
you're talking about a scope mount, it's only $100. I mean, he's having these on sale, and I'm going to be offering these with the Arkin scopes as a combo deal.
Is that the 34 millimeter one, or?
I have the 34. It's on the rifle. I can.
Do you have one? It doesn't matter. You can show it. I think. Do you have the one that's a cantilever version? Do you have one of those? Let me see that one. I might order one of those.
Let me show you my airsoft rifle.
Okay, yeah. Let me see the airsoft rifle.
This is the airsoft rifle. That's the 34 millimeter scope with the Arkin.
Yeah, because he made a bunch of 30s. Didn't he start off with 30s, and like 30s aren't?
Yeah, yes, 30s and 1-inchers. So this one's a little bit different because it's kind of hard to show on the camera, but the base is a hell of a lot thicker. And you can see that this is a 34 millimeter tube, and it's got a lot of girths. I mean, this thing it's rigid. It ain't gonna move.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
The mount is made by
F3R Machine.
F3R Machine.
Yeah.
They work really good. We used them. It was good stuff, Bryson. Is that the cantilever one? No.
That's the cantilever one.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
SWFA. Cantilever. It's
which bubble set you got on there?
This is the SWFA. This is a complete SWFA setup.
Okay, nice. But you're looking at six. You're looking at 6 on each cover. That's awesome. That's like the JP, even better.
You got 6 on the caps. I mean, these are. Yeah. I think they're T25 caps, hex caps or nuts. He doesn't have a recommended torque, but I've been noticing no flex at all, and I go up to 60 inch-pounds
on the base, right?
Yeah, on the base. 45 on the caps. That's what I regularly do on a lot of there's a lot of scope manufacturers recommend that. But again, everything is.
Do they come with 20 MOA?
No, not yet. So I want to help him work on a 20 MOA base, and I really want to help him develop an adjustable scope base for ELR. I know it's kind of a niche market, but there is a lot of folks looking for an adjustable scope base that don't need to spend freaking $2,000 on a Charlie Terac, or $600 on a Moab.
Yeah. Here, let me show you this airsoft gun real quick and see if you have any ideas.
Okay.
So this is an airsoft gun. So see this it's thermal, right? So it's a 30 millimeter objective.
Okay.
But are you talking about a mount that I can run elevation and windage?
It's kind of like a Picatinny riser that is adjustable. So basically it'll be a wedge style. So the biggest thing about some of the adjustables like the Moab, it has a screw and a detent. Eventually it wears out and it starts moving your elevation, so it's not repeatable after a while. Oh
yeah, because see on that thermal it has crosshairs.
Yeah,
but you can't put it on ring. It doesn't have any adjustments turret wise.
Okay.
So it's a project I've been working on, but
yeah, I'm trying to learn how to. I mean, I used to program CNC using SurfCam and AutoCAD.
Hey, is this bad? Hold on.
I think you have a problem, dude. this poquito, a little bit.
Este poquito problema.
Poquito problema.
I'm like looking around going, damn. And I'm like, another one. Grabbing it.
Is it sugar free?
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, that's why your eyes are twitching. Okay, I know what's up. Yeah, I agree. You may have an issue.
Got time for sugar free.
You're spiraling out of control. Oh, that's funny. No, that's a good stuff, man. I buy that in Sam's Club. Is that where you got yours?
Yeah, it comes in cases there.
Yeah, hell yeah, Sam's Club. That's what it is, man.
I have a pile, of cases about, I don't know, 4.5, 5 feet off the ground.
You got a problem if you got to get a forklift at Sam's Club to get a pallet of drinks and all.
I used to buy it because I used to drink Arizona iced tea in the can.
Oh yeah.
And I used to buy 10 cases of that at a time.
Oh god.
And I'd just keep it in the garage, and I'd always have it on hand. What if there was a zombie apocalypse? You can't die thirsty, right?
No, exactly. Yeah. You can't have a crappy drink before you die either.
Yeah, so we really need to get a 20 MOA.
Yeah, I told him that. He's just working on getting what he has out right now, and he's giving out a lot of those bases to kind of get his name out there. He definitely needs the advertisement. It's honestly, I mean, not just because he's my friend, but these scopes are good.
He makes a good mount. I don't know the guy. I don't have any. It's a great mount. It is beefy. I mean, when you look at it, you're like, holy shit. It's twice as thick as the JP. I mean, it is built. Like, you don't have to worry about it breaking, snapping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be the last thing breaking on your firearm.
Yeah, your glass would be completely shattered before that thing is going to break.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a couple. I think he has one or two more available. 34 non-cantilever. It's got a 1.25 scope height, so it's really good for clearing up to like a 58 objective, even a 60. You can go that high.
See, and what I was kind of thinking is, why not run a 30 or a 40? Like, so we're talking about the mile shot, right?
Okay.
And it's like, if you're going to shoot long distance, I think you'd be fine going the other way when you're shooting 100 yards. You'd still be able to put it within. There's still enough room in that scope, I think, to get back down with 40.
Well, what I would do is just, if you have it next to you, it does have a zero. It has a zero stop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See how many mils you have of adjustment. I could tell you right off the bat, and if you're doing a 6.5 Creedmoor, I'll tell you if you have enough adjustment or not for a mile.
Yeah, I think Ray, it's in the truck ready to go for tomorrow.
Yeah. So yeah, when you get out there, I would just test it and see how much elevation you actually really have, and then compare it to.
It has three rotations, because on that Vortex HD. So the first rotation, there's no little thing that comes out, and then it comes out, and then you go all the way around again, and then the second line comes out, and you still got some turret available. So I don't know.
So you got about 18, I'd say 20 or 21 mils.
That's what I was thinking. Plus the 20, that should give me 40.
Yeah, you're enough. And it's first focal plane. You could just zoom out to 12x and use the whole reticle.
Yeah.
You're going to be in the bottom of it, but yeah, you'll be able to do it.
I think it'll be. I want to shoot that mile with it.
You're going to be.
Time to wake up.
That's work.
Huh?
See how it is? Here I'm having fun. Now I got work calling me.
Well, handle your business. No worries.
That sucks. We're having a good chat too.
All right, you out of here?
Yeah. Oh, that ain't good.
All right, man. You know what? It's been 3.5 hours of fun.
Yeah. Ray missed it all. I know Ray has a lot of good information. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we can get him on here at another time. I appreciate you coming by. Kenny,
anytime, man. It's an honor to come out here and talk with you guys.
now that I got you in my little email thing, I think it'll be easy. I'll just shoot you a link every time we're yapping.
Yeah, I'm always down for a chat.
All right, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks again, Eagle Eye, for showing up and giving us great words of advice and all that good stuff. So you guys take care. And let's click this button right here. And stay 2A strong, my friends. So there you go. Armament and Axes. You got to get me on Hank Strange. You got to get me on Hank Strange, buddy, so I can get some subscribers. All right. Good. Let's have a good night. Be safe. If you're driving, drive safe. All that good stuff. So you guys take care, and I'll see you on the flip side.
Awesome chat. Thank you.
No problem.